1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Good morning, and welcome to Lunch with the Wingmen. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's a beautiful day out here at the home of the Owlz Stadium. You know what, Chris? It's noon.
It is.
And we're having a noon game today. Thank you, everyone, to listening.
Bring your sack lunches.
That's right.
I want to see a bunch of moms chasing their children into the ballpark today.
Right.
You forgot your lunch. You have to have your bologna sandwich.
There's smudge on your face, dearie. Well, thanks for listening in. These Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home. A clean home is a luxurious home. J&J Services, Got Concrete, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, Escape Motorsports, Stephen Tenniger College, and Jack's Tire and Oil. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to K-Star, 1400 AM, for helping us do these Owlz radio broadcasts. This is Game 4 against the Billings Mustangs. Game 4 in this 4-game series against the Mustangs. It's the last game today. Tomorrow we have a day off, and the next day is tomorrow's a day off where we travel to Great Falls, Montana, to play the Great Falls White Sox. And so today, last chance we get to play the Billings Mustangs for a couple more days. And it's noon out here. There's a slight wind blowing from right to left center field, maybe about 5 or 10 miles an hour. It's sunny but cloudy out here. It should be a gorgeous day, not too hot outside. One of the best days I've seen in a long time here in Orem.
Gosh, I can't argue with you on any of those points, Joey.
Good.
And I really came into today kind of feeling surly. A little ornery, wanted to give you some back talking. No, it's not that, Joey. You're wrong. But
you knew I was perfect, so.
Yeah, all opinions expressed in this program are
the management.
Well, of the management. We represent the management.
Let's see what's going on out there in the Pioneer League standings. Last night, the Orem Owlz won the game against the Billings Mustangs 3-1, ending it in the top of the 9th inning. It was another wonderful game for pitching and for defense last night for the Orem Owlz. Again, the score, Orem 3, Billings 1. The win went to Kelly Shearer, a much-deserved first win on the series. He now has a record of 1-2. The loss went to Brandon Camardi for the Billings Mustangs, with now a record of 1-1, his first loss. The save went to Kevin Lynch, who now has 4 saves on the season, striking out the side, ending the top of the 9th inning. It was a beautiful end to the game. So that last night's win brings the Owlz record up to 7-9. We're now tied for second place in the Pioneer League South Division. The Casper Rockies and the Ogden Raptors are 9-7. The Idaho Falls Chuckers and the Orem Owlz are 7-9. In the Pioneer League North, the Helena Brewers still dominate with a 12-3 record. The closest to them is the Missoula Osprey with a record of 7-8. Then the Billings Mustangs playing tonight, 6-9 record. The Great Falls White Sox last in the Pioneer League North with a record of 5-10. So it should be an exciting game tonight. If we win this game, we will have won 2 out of the 4 we played against the Billings Mustangs. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Hoping to split the series?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
are they announcing lineups out there?
Yes.
Yes, they are. Okay.
Let's go over what's happening in the Pioneer League standings. Dallas Morris is still up there with his 38 RBIs. Dallas Morris with his 18 doubles and his 27 extra base hits and his 66 hits on the season. Underneath him with doubles is Mark Trumbo. No, I'm sorry. Trumbo's above him with 20 doubles on the season. For the Billings Mustangs, Brandon Roberts, who's top of the lineup tonight, has 23 stolen bases on the season. He leads the Pioneer League standings. He also has 5 triples, second place in the Pioneer League standings. Michael De Jesus with a record of on-base percentage of .431. He's in the lineup as well tonight. So let's go over the lineups for the Billings Mustangs first. Leading off will be number 26, Brandon Roberts, the center fielder. Batting second and playing right field, number 9, Kenny Lewis. Playing third base and batting third, number 5, Miker Sandoval. The designated hitter, number 44, J.D. Roberts. First baseman, number 36, Jamie Langham. Batting seventh, sixth. Number 2, Josh Holden, the left fielder. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 31, Ben Blumenthal. Playing second base is number 4, Michael De Jesus. Playing shortstop, number 41, Eric Iman. And pitching tonight for the Billings Mustangs, Logan Ondrusek. Logan Ondrusek.
How do you say that?
I would say Ondrusek.
Ondrusek, I'll go with that.
He's a right-handed pitcher. Comes in with a record of 1-4. He's got a 6.69 ERA on 35 innings pitched. He's got 32 strikeouts and 13 walks on the season. Michael Ondrusek comes from, where did my roster go? He comes from Shiner, Texas. He last played with McLennan College, acquired in the 13th round in 2005. Right-handed pitcher, Ondrusek, or the Mustangs.
All right.
Chris Peterson?
Well, starting off for the Owls, first have to make special mention that we have head coach Tom Kochman back from Florida. He's out there right now swapping lineups with the Mustangs head coach. Leading off for the Owls tonight, playing left field, Brad Kuhn. Playing shortstop and batting second, Heinle Stacia. Batting third baseman Dallas Morris. In the cleanup spot, Mark Trumbo playing first base. Doing the designated hitting, batting fifth, Patrick Riley. Batting sixth, second baseman Billy Boyer. Right fielder Michael Hughes batting seventh. Martin Maldonado will be catching tonight.
Yeah.
First time we'll see him. He's
correct
in the eighth spot in the lineup. And at the bottom there, Santrell Smith is going to play center field and bat ninth. On the mound for the Owls tonight is Robert Mosebach. We got the Moose on the mound.
Yeah.
Comes into the game with a 5.63 ERA, 2-3 record in his 8 starts, 40 innings pitched, 10 walks, 30 strikeouts on the year.
Cool. It looks like the umpires out there, Ike Boykins and Joe Rackley. It looks like Joe Rackley's going to be infield ump.
Usually
Rackley behind the plate. Was that the same last night?
Rackley was behind the plate, so we'll have Boykins behind the plate tonight. I'm guessing.
Okay.
I think they're the only 2 umpires in the league that I remember their names.
Right.
I love the names. Joe Rackley, Ike Boykins.
They're cool. We know Matt Schofer too, and there's another guy that goes with Schofer.
Yeah, they travel around in their pairs, don't they?
Right. The field staff for the Billings Mustangs, their field manager is Rick Burleson. Their pitching coach is Butch Henry. Their hitting coach is Jeff Young. Their athletic trainer, Bill Brewer. And their strength coach, Zach Jestvang. So in the record right now, the Orem Owls are 7-9. That only puts them 2 games behind first place in the Pioneer League South Division. So we need to win 2 games, and the Ogden Raptors and Casper Rockies need to lose a couple of their games.
Raptors are a non-factor.
Oh, that's right.
It does not matter what they do for
the Casper Rockies need to lose 2 games for us to be back up in the first place standing.
However, I believe it's the combined record for both first and second half, the overall record.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So we're actually trailing by another game or 2. Did we finish 1 game or 2 games behind Casper?
I believe we were. I think we were like 18-20, and they were 20 and I don't know. I don't want to make a guess.
Okay, well, I don't think we're more than 4 games behind them, which is doable. We can still catch them and make it into the playoffs. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. I think 24 games on the season still. Wait a minute.
No, we have about 20 games. 19 or so, something like that.
Okay, 20.
Because
maybe?
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
We'll count.
We have games. They will be played.
It's time for the national anthem out here at the home of the Owls Stadium. We'll go on a quick commercial break and come back for the start of the game.
Okay. going to take their warm-up pitches and get underway.
Yeah. What did we miss in the pregame show that we didn't say that we have so much time now?
Maybe we came in just a little early. I'm not sure. Well, I don't think it really matters.
I can't handle it, Chris. No, don't just let it drop like you always do. I can't handle it.
I let it drop all the time?
No, I'm just kidding, Chris.
No, you can't sling around accusations like that. And it's like basically what you've done is you've given me a challenge. And, you know, it's like in the medieval times when someone would take off his glove and slap the other one in the face and say, D'Artagnan, how dare you speak to me that way?
I can't get enough. I was going to say some news that's been happening around the Owls. Of course, we got Martin Maldonado catching tonight. He just got brought up from Mesa. Kevin Lynch is back in the roster. He came back last week. Jose Caldera is still gone in the... is he back up with Salt Lake, or? I don't know where he is exactly. Pretty sure he's still up in Salt Lake. Watch it. Watch it.
We're about to kick you right out of the booth, Bagor.
There you go, Peterson. The on-field staff for your Orem Owls. Tom Kochman back today, the manager. Pitching coach Zeke Zimmerman. Hitting coach KJ, or Keith Johnson. Aaron Wells is the head athletic trainer. Jay Wilkin, the strength and conditioning coach. And Brett Crane, director of clubhouse operations. We actually have a roving scout with us as well today. He just came in yesterday. Jeff. I forgot his last name. I feel like a moron.
Well, Jeff was out there working a lot on bunts.
Right.
The four speedsters on the team. That would be Santrell Smith, Brad Kuhn, Anderson Rosario, and Jaime Stacia. The four of them were all working on their bunts for bunt singles.
Right.
We expect to see some of that later. They're ready to get started.
Here we go.
Now.
Top of the first inning. Scoreless game. No outs yet. No runners on base. Up at bat now are the Billings Mustangs. They're facing Robert Mosebach pitching. Here comes Brandon Roberts, center fielder. Here's his 0-0 pitch. And a fastball lands in the inside corner for strike one. Thanks for starting it off right, Mosebach.
Yeah.
0-1 count now to Robert.
In his last outing, Mosebach came in, pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
Okay. Here's his 0-1. Inside fastball again. Just misses the inside this time. Ball 1. 1-1 count. How many innings pitched his last outing? 5. Okay.
He usually goes 5. I think there's only 2 outings in his starts. Or one outing where he went less than 5 innings.
Oh.
I'd have to look at that one again.
There's the 1-1. Another fastball inside. That is ball 2. 2-1 count now for Roberts. Robert Mosebach pitching now for the Owls. He has a fastball that comes in at the low 90s, about 91 to 93. His curve comes in about 83 to 86. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Fastball inside. Ball 3. 3-1 count now.
So 4 straight fastballs.
Yeah.
The first one hit the zone. The other 3 have danced around it. None of them have made it right there to do any damage. Brandon Roberts is the only batter over 300. And there's ball 4, another fastball missing low. So walks him.
First batter, first walk in the game, and now coming to the plate for the Mustangs is Kenny Lewis, the right fielder, number 9, Kenny Lewis, a left-handed batter from Danville, Virginia. He's got a runner on first base with no outs.
Haven't we had another player from Danville before?
Yeah, that was in Casper, I believe. I think there's a guy from Casper.
Can't remember, but
I'll
Danville is one of those towns that just sticks out to you. I'm from Danville.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Lewis, and a nice fastball hits the outside corner and falls in for strike one. 0-1 count now to Lewis. Mosebach also has a slider that comes into right-handed batters and then scoots away from them over the plate.
Good one to use for a strikeout pitch on righties. Uses a curveball to finish, or a series of different pitches against left-handed batters.
There's the 0-1, fastball outside corner. Lewis tried to check his swing, but it didn't matter. 0-2 is the count now for Lewis with no outs and a runner on first base.
The Mustangs have put 5 left-handed batters in their lineup tonight, and Moose, against left-handed batters, has a 1.56 ERA as opposed to 8.74 versus right-handed batters.
Okay.
Fairly even between the two, how many innings pitched he has.
The 0-2 checks his swing, and outside curve misses. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Lewis.
Also 16 of his 30 strikeouts, so a little bit more than 50% judging by the ratio. Moose pitches better to left-handers than to right-handers.
In general?
In general, yes.
All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Lewis. Runner on first base, not checking his runner there. Nodding the sign, takes a little break. Lewis comes in the game batting .212. I believe he played in the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday.
Yep, he's been 0 for 3 in the series with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk.
It's only
yeah,
only 4 chances to do any damage.
Hasn't hit the ball at all.
Here's his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a low slider coming inside. That is strike 3. Nope. Bounces it down. Okay, fouled down.
Got a small piece of it. I thought that was going to be strike 3 myself and was going to say, things just aren't improving. Curses Lewis out there.
1-2 is still the count with no outs and a runner on first base. Lewis has 8 RBIs and 1 home run. He was acquired in the 4th round in 2003. There's a throw over to first base. Runner still safe over there.
4th round of 03. I think he probably got a pretty good signing bonus.
Yes.
Chunk of change. He doesn't seem to be living up to the expectation, though. There's another throw over to first, keeping Brandon Roberts there. Got to be careful with a guy like Roberts. He can't hold still. He's the kid in class that's always bugging the other kids.
And jittery.
Yeah, running all over the place.
Here's the 1-2. Inside fastball catches the corner. That is strike 3 looking. Kenny Lewis strikes out looking. Second batter faced by Robert Mosebach is a strikeout. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. They have a runner on first base. Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Miker Sandoval from Vargas, Venezuela, batting .273. He was 1 for 3 in the game last night with a single.
Sandoval comes into the game with quite a few strikeouts, 44 in his 143 at bat.
Okay.
There's a lot of these batters in tonight's lineup that seem to have a lot of strikeouts on the season.
What redeems them then?
I don't know, actually. I've been looking at this. There's 2 batters who bat under 200. Then, I'll just go over some of the batting averages. Sure. Kenny Lewis just batted .212, second in the lineup. The 5th in the lineup, Jamie Langham, 198. The last one in the lineup, Eric Hyman, 174.
There's a 0-0 pitch to Sandoval. It's a high inside fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count now. 1 out, runner on first.
Maybe it's their fielding abilities. Maybe,
I don't know.
Coming into the day game, they had some tired players for some reason. The Owls have a very regular-looking lineup, too.
But because they have a lot of infielders and outfielders to choose from.
They do.
More than a lot of other teams.
They seem to go less on pitching, which is funny because the Reds organization needs pitching. In fact, they made a trade at the deadline this year, giving away the third baseman Joe Randa to the Padres for a couple of prospect starters.
Oh.
They're going to call it a balk on Mosebach.
Thrown over to first base to Trumbo about 4 times there, and that last one called a balk. And so Brandon Roberts advances to second base, and now it's the 1-0 count for Sandoval with a runner on second and 1 out. Interesting.
Okay. Well, it's I don't understand it, but that's what they call it, high fastball, and that's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Maldonado's running out to the pitcher's man.
Let's see. What's the abbreviation for a balk?
A balk. It's the BK at the very end.
That would make sense. Now it's 3 balks on the season, leading his team.
Not one you want to lead the team in, but Mosebach is a good pitcher. Don't let the...
And he's pitched almost the most innings on his team anyway, so...
That's also true, yeah.
That last one, a high fastball, fouled off for strike 1. 2-1 count now for Sandoval. 1 out, runner on second base. Sandoval batting .273. He has 25 RBIs and 3 home runs. Acquired as a free agent this year. He last played with the Gulf Coast League for the Cincinnati Reds. It's their minor league team equivalent to our Mesa Angels team down in Arizona.
Looking at the team batting statistics, there's swing and a miss, strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Hard swing on that slider. 2-2 count now for Sandoval. 1 out, runner on second.
For a long time, the Owls have led the league in strikeouts. They still do with 517, but the only other team over 500 strikeouts with 501, the Billings Mustangs.
Oh, really?
They're catching up to us, actually.
Go Mustangs.
Yeah.
You do your job with those strikeouts.
And, actually 502 now after.
Yeah, that's true.
Kenny Lewis struck out the last batter.
There's a 2-2, another slider. This time it goes way outside. Ball 3. 3-2 count now for Sandoval. 1 out, still a runner on second base.
The best hitters in this lineup by average are going to be the leadoff guy, Brandon Roberts, batting .319, and then Miker Sandoval, .273, J.D. Roberts, .277. But Sandoval's been slumping down into that .273 average.
There's the 3-2, swing and a miss, and an outside curveball. That is strike 3, trying to reach for that one.
503 strikeouts now for the Mustangs.
That's 2 outs now here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. Now batting for the Billings Mustangs, J.D. Roberts, the designated hitter. That's the second strikeout of the night for Robert Mosebach. And now Robert comes to the plate, batting .277. He's got 25 RBIs and 5 home runs. He's got 2 outs and a runner on second base.
All right. And another left-handed batter. Again, Moose pitches very well to lefties. First ball, fastball, low.
Yeah, low outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count for Roberts.
Roberts comes into the game with a .277 average. We just mentioned that. Leads his team with 5 home runs.
Yep.
Has 25 RBIs, 43 strikeouts, 141 at-bats. So here we go again.
1-0, swing and a miss, inside slider. That is strike 1. 1-1 count. That one's tripping good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1-1 for Roberts. He's from Arlington, Texas. Last played with the Gulf Coast League Reds as well. Acquired in the 45th round in 2004. Quite a contrast from the batters just above him, the 4th round.
Wait. Which round was he in?
45th.
Okay. And has been paying off a little bit more dividends than some of those other batters. Sure.
There's a 1-1. Another swing and a miss. This time an inside fastball. That is strike 2. 1-2 count now for Roberts. Runner on second and 2 outs. I'm reading some information about Robert Mosebach, and I'm confused. It says he hit a grand slam and threw a 2-hitter in the same game. In high school, do they let pitchers hit?
Oh, yeah. In lots of leagues, they let pitchers hit.
Oh, okay.
In fact, in the National League, pitchers have to bat. In the American League, in the majors, there's strike 3.
It's dropped, but Maldonado had it in his hand, so that's strike 3 for real. 3 strikeouts in a row for Robert Mosebach, and that's 3 outs. That ends the that ends the top of the first. Scoreless game. Come on back.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new President William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's a scoreless game out here at the home of the Owl Stadium, the 4th game in this 4-game series against the Billings Mustangs. Again on the mound out there for the Mustangs, Logan Ondrusek. He'll be facing the top 3 of the lineup, Bradley Kuhn, Heinley Stacia, and Dallas Morris.
I was about to say Heinley Stacia or Heinley Kuhn. If you could combine Heinley Stacia and Brad Kuhn, wow. I don't know. I think they're pretty darn good on their own.
Yes, independently.
Brad Kuhn comes into the game with a .306 average, one of the 2 batters for the Owls batting over 300.
Right.
No home runs, 15 RBIs.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Goes for the bunt, but it's a high inside fastball. He pulls back in time. Ball 1. 1-0 count, no outs, no runners on base. It's a scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. Kuhn at the plate right now for the Owls. He's from Willowick, Ohio. Last played with the University of Nashville. Here's his 1-0. Inside fastball catches the corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count.
Again, Kuhn, one of the batters, taking extra bunting practice this morning with Jeff, the roving scout for the Angels. And he seems to be the one out of those 4 who's really been able to put together that bunt single. There's a curveball on the outside.
That hits the outside corner. Kuhn, I guess, didn't pull back in time. with his bunt, showing bunt. So the 1-2 count now for Kuhn. No outs, no runners on.
I thought that looked pretty far outside.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason for the strike, but
The 1-2 pitch is an inside fastball, just missing inside. Ball 2. 2-2 count now for Kuhn.
Well, Kuhn can't use the bunt single anymore with the 2-2 counts on him. He's got to swing the bat like a big boy now, but he can do that too.
Here's his 2-2 pitch. Gets a hold of it, fouls it down into the backstop. Still strike 2. That was a slower inside curve. I think Ondrusek has a slider that we saw first, because that curve came in at 77. And the one before that was 83. Unless his curve has that much range on it.
Probably not.
Here's the 2-2 inside fastball, ball 3. 3-2 count for Kuhn. Looked like he almost got nicked on the shin there. The ump asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah, I'm all right.
All right. Well, Kuhn has 17 walks on the season, 33 strikeouts and 144 at-bats. Not bad at all.
3-2 inside fastball. That is ball 4. And first batter walked, same as the last inning. Oh, just to mention, the last inning, Robert Mosebach walked 1 and struck out 3 in a row.
That'll bring up Heinley Stacia for the Owls. We might have mirror innings, except for I don't think Heinley Stacia. I would hope to not have the 3 strikeouts in a row. We want to get on the board early, give Mosebach some breathing room on the mound, get him another win.
So Stacia at the plate now for the Owls. He's got a runner on first and no outs. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Stacia. Lets this one fly. It's an inside fastball. Misses. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Stacia. Again, Stacia from Williamstad, Curaçao, Netherlands, Antilles. Last played with the Trinity Christian Academy, acquired in 2004. The Stacia family is here in the park. I believe they're here today as well, all the way from the Netherlands.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow. So we've got Brendan Wilson's families here from Australia.
Correct.
And
these are like
family.
halfway around the world kind of families.
Well, Curaçao's not quite halfway around the world, but Australia.
Well, just down into the Central America.
Right?
Yeah. There's the 1-0. That fastball hits the inside corner, dropping in for strike 1. 1-1 count now to Stacia. No outs, runner on first base.
The Owls lead off with 2 lefties, or lefty and a switch hitter,
right?
And have another lefty down in the lineup in Patrick Riley batting 5th, right? So they have more right-handed batters than left-handed batters. Doesn't seem to matter. Ondrusek pitches 7.23 ERA to righties and 6.06 to lefties. About even innings pitched between them.
There's a throw over to first base. Kuhn was leading off quite a bit and had to dive back with his fingers touching the bag, but he's safe over there. 1-1 count for Stacia. Runner on first base. Pitcher checking his runner over on first there. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Stacia. Nodding, lets it go. Way outside with the fastball, ball 2. 2-1 count to Stacia.
Kuhn is definitely a base-stealing threat with 13 on the season.
Heck yeah.
Owls been working on that. In the series, the Owls are only batting .207 with 6 runs and 17 hits versus the Mustangs, but they've had 5 stolen bases, and I think at least 4 of those came last night, if not all 5.
There's the 2-1. Nice grounder to the shortstop, but it's picked up. Thrown to second, then thrown to first. Double play from the Billings Mustangs, getting out Kuhn at second base and Stacia at first. 2 outs now for the Orem Owls here in the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless game. Now batting is Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Morris from Opelousas, Louisiana. Last played with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, acquired this year in the draft. Morris is batting .320 on the season, up from .317 last night, where he hit 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 singles. He's up there in the Pioneer League standings with a whole bunch of things.
He was struggling against the left-handed pitching, but came through with the right-handed pitching, picked up 2 singles. First ball, fastball outside, ball 1.
1-0 count for Morris. 2 outs, no runners on.
It's much better against right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
We've got one on the mound right now.
Here's his 1-0 pitch, lets it fly. Another fastball outside and low, ball 2. 2-0 count to Morris.
Morris leads the team with 8 home runs, 38 RBIs. That's good for somewhere up there in the Pioneer League.
That is correct.
Leaders,
yes.
If I'm not mistaken. You said I wasn't.
The 2-0 pitch to Morris. High pop fly fouled behind him. Catcher looks up into the sun, but it's bouncing into the stands. Onto the ceiling. That is strike 1. 2-1 count to Morris. Morris is up there in the Pioneer League leaders with his 27 extra base hits, his 18 doubles, his 66 hits. Again, 38 RBIs is enough to put him up there in the Pioneer League leaders as well.
Picked up 1 last night.
Yep.
Last night or the night before? I think it was last night, yeah.
Here's the 2-1. Curveball comes in and out. Ball 3, pardon me. That one missing the outside. 3-1 count now to Morris.
Morris, since July 19th, That's 23 games. Has gone only 4 of those without a hit.
Wow, there's a 3-1 pitch. High pop fly, still up in the air. Underneath it is every infielder. And the second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. That was dangerous times out there for the Mustangs. But that's out number 3, and that ends the bottom of the first inning, and it's still a scoreless game. Come on back, everyone.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece, like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy. Karen. Cindy. Naomi.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better. Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the top of the second. It's a scoreless game out there. Robert Mosebach still on the mound. He's facing number 5 in the lineup, Jamie Langham. There's the 0-0 pitch. It's a slider that catches the outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count now to Langham. Robert Mosebach had a great first inning with a walk and 3 strikeouts in a row.
I predict a good strikeout game for Mosebach.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball,
got it
outside
again.
corner, strike 2, 0-2 count. Wow, just hitting the high outside corner. 0-2 to Langham, no outs, no runners on.
Langham comes into this game batting 198 on the season with 40 strikeouts and 106 at-bats. My prediction is he's going to strike out sometime tonight. He's 1 for 5 in this series.
0-2 is an outside fastball for ball 1, 1-2 count. Last night in the game, Langham went 0 for 4. He was batting 204 last night, down to 198.
Yep, drops under the 200 mark.
Here's his 1-2. Outside slider just misses. Ball 2. 2-2 count now for Langham. So Robert Mosebach was up in the count, and now back down to even, 2-2.
I think he wanted that slider for that strikeout pitch. Again, he uses that against right-handed batters. Didn't fall the way he wanted it to. That time it did.
Beautiful.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Outside slider. Tried to chase it. And another strikeout for Robert Mosebach. That's 4 in a row.
I love this. I'm counting up the strikeouts as we go. That's 505 now. Again, the Owlz still with 517. And we may see a league change. A lead change in the number of strikeout batters.
All right, still a scoreless game here in the top of the second. 1 out now for the Mustangs. No runners on base. Now batting number 2, Josh Holden. Holden's playing left field tonight. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. An inside fastball that catches the corner, watches it go by for strike 1. 0-1 count to Holden.
Oh, wow. I think this is good signs for Mosebach. I should sound more excited because I am excited. That's 4 strikeouts in a row now.
There's the 0-1. Curveball just misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 count now. It's very reminiscent of the Merrick game.
Yeah.
Just watching strikes come by. We won't get too optimistic, but we'll just let it happen. Here's the 1-1. Now that one goes too low with a curveball, ball 2. 2-1 count now to Holden.
Well, Moose has only gone 1 1/3 innings with 4 strikeouts.
That's amazing.
All the outs he's gotten, strikeouts out of 5 batters.
True.
And that is amazing. That's, 4 strikeouts for a starter going like 5 innings. That's pretty good.
There's the 2-1. It's a line drive into left field, and that was a hard hit ball. Single for Josh Holden.
That would be the first hit for the game.
No one could get to that one. It was pretty fast. So the first hit on the game goes to the Mustangs, and now the runner on first base and 1 out. Stepping to the plate is Ben Blumenthal, the catcher. Blumenthal from Gallatin, Tennessee, batting .246.
Comes in Oh, I was looking at something else. Never mind. Comes into the game 0 for 3 in the series. I wanted to say Ben Mummy because we had him the last couple nights, but no, it's Blumenthal. First pitch, slider outside. Ball 1.
1-0 count now to Blumenthal. Runner on first and 1 out.
Blumenthal has 1 home run on the season, 24 strikeouts and 65 at bats. Again, 0 for 3 in the series.
1-0 is a high inside fastball. Runner was trying to steal there, but Maldonado was on top of it, didn't have to throw. So it's the 2-0 count now to Blumenthal, and 1 out and a runner on.
Well, the runner stays on first. He was leading off a little bit much, but Maldonado threatened. Dives back to the bag. Seems a little bit muddy around there around first base.
True. There's the 2-0, fouled off, a high fastball. That is strike 1. 2-1 count now for Blumenthal.
We did have a bit of rain out here in Utah last night.
True.
The game ended, and it was drizzling on me slightly as I went home.
Interesting.
And rained pretty good during the night. Clear right now.
Yeah.
So,
but there are storm clouds, those anvil-shaped clouds out there.
That means storm a brewing?
Yeah, storm brewing.
They're throwing over to first base again, trying to make sure Josh Holden stays on. Josh Holden does have, he does have a stolen base in this series.
Oh, boy.
And 10 stolen bases on this season.
Not bad.
No, definitely not bad.
Here's a 2-1. Loses his bat. It's a strike on a swing and a miss. There's the throw to second base.
Maldonado got all of him.
And Maldonado throws to second and throws out Holden.
So that's 2 outs. And doesn't look like anybody's hurt in the Owlz dugout. No. The batter Blumenthal lost his bat, and so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on.
I guess he must have tipped it into. No, he couldn't have because that would have been strike 3.
No, and the runner would have gone back. So
here's the 2-2. Inside fastball dropped, and that is ball 3. 3-2 count now. No runners on base anymore. 2 outs for the Mustangs. I don't understand what just happened there. Well, he swung and missed and lost his bat.
Yeah.
But Maldonado
threw the runner out at second.
But did he catch it? Then it would have been strike 3. Is it not a drop strike 3?
No, it wasn't. Then there we go. High fastball gets him to swing and
we'll talk about it later. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the second. It's still a scoreless game. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, Pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, capellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the second inning. It's a scoreless game still.
Mosebach taking care of business and then some. He struck out 5 batters out of 7 thus far.
Only allowed 1 hit, and the runner was left on first base trying to steal second, thrown out by Maldonado, the catcher. So the Owls up to bat now in the bottom of the second here, scoreless game. Batting is the middle of the lineup. Mark Trumbo, Patrick Riley, and Billy Boyer. So here comes Trumbo, right-handed batter against this right-handed pitcher, Ondrusek, still pitching for the Mustangs.
Now, we don't know a lot about Maldonado catching for the Owls tonight because this is the first game we've seen him.
Right.
But I like what I've seen so far. Here's got 1 batter.
0-0 pitch. It's fouled behind us for strike 1 off a high fastball. 0-1 count to Trumbo. No outs, no runners on base.
Trumbo bats much better versus left-handed pitchers than to right-handed pitchers.
Oh, really?
Doesn't bat poorly against right-handed pitchers. Comes into this game with a 274 average, 4 home runs. Got a couple RBIs in the last couple games.
Here's the 0-1. And a curveball hits the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 count to Trumbo now.
Trumbo has at least one hit in 12 of his last 15 games.
All right. Sometimes more.
Sometimes more. 6 RBIs in his last 10 games, batting .316 over that stretch.
The 0-2 is a very high fastball for ball 1. 1-2 count for Trumbo.
I think Trumbo is the one we watch the most and know how they're going to approach him with the strike 3. They're going to go for the curveball or the high fastball.
1-2 fouled down. That was a slider coming inside. So it's still strike 2, ball 1 for Trumbo.
And then once in a while they'll go with the slider. But you can expect a high fastball.
True. We know how to predict.
Yeah. He's one of the most predictable ones for how the pitchers come to him. And I think he probably knows that himself.
Right.
They're going to come after me with this or this.
That's a good advantage to turn it into a positive. There's the 1-2, an inside fastball, almost skims his knees. 2-2 count now for Trumbo. Trumbo batted .273 last night, up to .274 tonight. He was 1 for 3 in the game with a single. Here's his 2-2, checks his swing, outside curve, ball 3. Nice job by Trumbo. 3-2 count now.
Trumbo has 51 strikeouts and 212 at-bats on the season with 16 walks. Now, that's not terrible. He needs to up that walk average, and he just does.
Another check swing, which a ball 4 going outside with a fastball. So Trumbo gets walked. Second walk in the game for Ondrusek, and now with no outs, the Owls have a runner on first as Patrick Riley steps to the plate.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Just avoid the double play ball.
Riley is batting .282, 11 RBIs, 2 home runs. He played in the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
I don't know. He's a left-handed batter from Reno, Nevada. Last played with the University of Arizona, drafted in 2004. He's got no outs and a runner on first. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Runner goes, and it's fouled down there.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, I don't. Trumbo has 2 stolen bases.
Picked up his second one last night in that double steal. Morris took third, Trumbo took second. And, only 3 attempts all season.
Yeah, there's the 4th.
So you look at your
Does that count as an attempt?
No. An attempt will have an either a stolen base or a caught stealing.
I see. All right, so the 0-1 count for Riley comes his 0-1 pitch inside. It's high and high inside. one ball.
I think Keith Johnson is thinking first pitches are coming for strikes, so they were going for a hit and run play. Didn't quite work there.
Yeah. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Let's fly outside with a fastball. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Riley. No outs, runner on first.
Now this is interesting. We're seeing usually Tom Kochman when he's here, and he has been all season except for the last couple games. He is here tonight. He usually coaches in the third base box. Not tonight. Keith Johnson's there.
2-1, cracked bat, grounder,
it's
fair up the first base line. That's going to be a single for Riley. There goes Trumbo to third base. The throw comes in late, and runners on first and third, and the first hit on the night for the Orem Owlz. Here, a single from Patrick Riley.
Great job. And here comes a bat that has been heating up lately in Billy Boyer.
Yeah.
Boyer, only .214 over his last 9 games, 6 for 28. However, he's been .500, 3 for 6 versus the Mustangs.
Wow. He was 2 for 4 in the game last night.
He was.
2 singles. Mm-hmm. He's got runners on the corners and no outs. Still a scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. Boyer taking his time there outside the box while the catcher has a chat with Ondrusek, the pitcher for the Mustangs.
Boyer last night had a single robbed from him with a diving catch from the center fielder, Brandon Roberts. So he would have been 3 for 4 in any other normal game.
Without crazy people out there.
Except all of a sudden Andrew Jones was playing center field for the...
Oh, there, Patrick Riley goes for the steal. They catch him in a pickle. There goes the first baseman to tag him. Does throws. There goes Riley back to first. They're trying to cover the base. Riley's going
there
back.
There goes Trumbo. And they haven't got a shot. There's 1 run scored, and Patrick Riley's still in the pickle, and they run him down.
Tagged in the back. That was the longest pickle I've ever seen.
But another stolen base for Trumbo, and he steals home.
So now with 1 out, the Owls lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Trumbo stealing home. He now has 3 stolen bases on the season, and that's why you get runners to go from first to third.
That's right.
Just that situation right there.
So you can play that. We've seen the Owls try that 3 times in the last couple games, I think, and it's worked twice for them.
That was crazy.
Trumbo was just kind of coming off a little bit more and a little bit more, and I think a more prudent play would have been to throw to third or to home to Probably the third, because he was so far off the bag, they probably would have caught him in a pickle and gotten out that lead runner. Now there's a conference on the mound.
I didn't think you could, well, I knew that, but it didn't hit me that you could steal. Boyer wasn't even in the batter's box.
No.
He was just hanging out, and the pitcher was just relaxing himself. And
you can go at any time you want to, yeah.
It's a crazy idea. All right.
In Little League, that play works every time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
So the Owls now lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. We have one out and no more runners on base. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Boyer. Inside fastball, and that is ball 1, 1-0 count. Again, Boyer batting .250, up from .244 last night. He has 7 home runs and 25 RBIs. Second place on his team with home runs.
And he had an RBI opportunity, but no more. They took care of that run without allowing their batters a chance.
There's the 1-0. Fouled off over the right field wall. Strike.
Long foul.
Still up in the air. Okay, dropped. 1-1 count now. Does Trumbo get the RBI?
You know, I don't know. Because he runs himself in? Yeah, he wouldn't.
He gets the run scored?
He does get the run scored, yeah.
Okay.
But and Patrick Riley, I don't believe, gets any credit for that either, but he caused a situation that allowed Trumbo to score. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes for Boyer.
That's the slider from Ondrusek going outside. 1-2 is the count now with 1 out, no runners yet on base. Boyer from Auburn, Washington, last played with the Mesa Angels. He was part of the Pioneer League Championship team last year with the Provo Angels. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, outside slider, strike 3, out number 2. And Billy Boyer strikes out swinging, trying to chase that one.
That'll be the first strikeout for Ondrusek tonight.
So the Owls still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. No runners on base, 2 outs. Now batting number 16, Michael Hughes, the right fielder tonight. Hughes did not play in the game last night. He played in the doubleheader, I believe, this second game. Hughes is batting .238, coming in with 9 RBIs and 1 home run. And, yeah,
that sounds good.
I'll save the rest for later. Here comes his 0-0 pitch, lets it fly. Swing and a miss, inside fastball, swing hard, strike 1, 0-1 count to Hughes. Hughes is from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Last played with the Provo Angels, acquired in 2004, part of the Pioneer League Championship team as well. One of the 6 players that came back this year from the Provo Angels.
Mm-hmm. Most of them moving off to either Iowa City.
Here's the 0-1. It's a high fastball, and he swings on it. Strike 2. 0-2 count now for Michael Hughes. 2 outs, no runners yet on base. Don't have, let's see, what did, don't have what he did in that game.
Wait for Hughes?
First game in the doubleheader. Here's his 0-2. Fastball just misses outside for ball 1. 1-2 count now to Hughes. 2 outs, no runners yet on base. Well, there was runners, and now there isn't.
I was drawn away for a second. We have Brendan Wilson's mother, who has just entered the studio.
There's the 1-2, and a fastball hits the outside corner, and Michael Hughes strikes out looking. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the second. The Owls now lead 1-0. Come on back.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come sack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophies. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Design, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the top of the third inning. The Owls now lead 1-0 thanks to a stolen home, stealing home by Mark Trumbo. That was beautiful. Pat Riley was caught in a pickle and allowed Trumbo to steal home. So Robert Mosebach still pitching out there for the Owls. He's now facing the bottom two of the lineup, Michael De Jesus and shortstop Eric Iman. So here's Michael De Jesus. They only do one batter at a time. I just found that out. That first one falls inside, fastball, ball one. There's the 1-0, same place, ball two, fastball inside. 2-0 count for De Jesus. No outs, no runners yet on base.
Maybe that last inning took too long and Mosebach's a little rusty now. I doubt it, though.
No. Here's the 2-0 pitch to De Jesus. Fastball outside corner, strike one. 2-1 count. Watching it go by. De Jesus was 1 for 3 in the game last night with a single. He's up there in the Pioneer League leaders with his .431 on-base percentage. He's batting .255 up from .250 last night. Here's a 2-1 pitch. The grounder fouled just barely at the third base line. That was close. Bouncing along the chalk there. 2-2 count now.
Well, De Jesus has a pretty good eye. He's going to be a hard strikeout to get. Mosebach doing really good with the strikeouts tonight, but has only struck out 25 times in 110 at-bats. 33 walks, and that's why his on-base percentage is so high. He gets walks, fielder's choices.
2-2, swing and a miss, and a high fastball loses his balance. That is strike 3. De Jesus strikes out swinging.
Number 6 on the night.
Wow, and number 506 for the whole season.
That's right. No, 507.
507?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. All right, so the Owls still lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. The Mustangs have 1 out, no runners on base. Now batting Eric Iman, the shortstop. Iman's a right-handed batter.
Not a lot of games.
No.
Only 46 at-bats, 16 strikeouts, and 3 walks in that. That's 174 on the season. And here's the 0-0 pitch. Inside fastball, strike one.
Beautiful. Iman is from Omaha, Nebraska. Iman last played with Kansas State University, drafted in the 19th round in 2005. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Iman. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. Nice pitch. 0-2 count now. 1 out, no runners on.
This is just great to watch.
The batters are very confused.
Wow, Mosebach is just pitching such a great game so far. Here in the top of the third, he's already got 1 out. Again, 6 strikeouts in the 7 outs of the game so far.
There's the 0-2 inside fastball. Just misses inside for ball 1. 1-2 count now for Iman. And Maldonado, catcher for the Owls, going out to Mosebach on the mound there. 1-2 count, 1 out, no runners yet on base. Iman, let's see. You already said that 2 RBIs and no home runs, but how many at-bats?
46.
Only 46, okay.
Only 46. The Owls have 4 combined shutouts on the season. The way Mosebach's pitching, they're on their way to that this year, tonight.
There's a fastball. Fastball outside for ball 2. 2-2 count now. It is, what is it, like 12:15 right now? So weird.
12:47, yeah.
Oh. There's the 2-2, grounder up the first base line, right to Trumbo. He scoops it up, makes the tag there. That was a very interesting grounder. It kind of
died when it got into that.
Shaved the ground and just loop.
Yeah, it looks a bit muddy around the first base area, and that seemed to take a lot of the zip off that ball.
All right, Owls still leading 1-0 here in the top of the third. The Mustangs have 2 outs and no runners on base. Now batting back to the top of the lineup with center fielder Brandon Roberts. Roberts was walked his first at-bat, the first walk in the game for Robert Mosebach against his first batter faced. And Roberts stepping into the box there.
Roberts, the only player on the team batting over 300.
Roberts called for time there, but Mosebach didn't see it and pitched that first wasted pitch there. Still the 0-0 count for Roberts.
All right.
What's that all about?
That game of trickery. I made you pitch a ball and it didn't even count.
Oh, it did.
Oh, looks like it,
wow, it was ball one. So there's another fastball that hits the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count already for Roberts. It seemed that Roberts was talking to the ump. He was barely in the batter's box.
I think he said, hey, I called time.
Oh.
Well, he calls time now.
There, that's the one he gets. Okay.
You know, when I was in Little League, I think the first year I played, I wanted to take a lot of time in the batter's box. I remember this in one game later on in the season. And I didn't realize the pitcher can pitch it at any time. I wasn't even looking. And he just pitched a strike. And I went, wait, he can't do that? You're in the batter's box. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 2, 1-2 the count now to Brandon Roberts.
So it's up to the pitcher setting the pace then.
Yeah,
the batter is just there as a victim.
As long as you're in that batter's box, he can throw the ball if you're not looking or whatever, you know. So got to be aware.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Roberts, lets it fly, swing and a miss, And that's fouled down. Okay, just catching the tip of it. 1 and 2 is still the count for Roberts. 2 outs, no runners on base. Again, Roberts batting .319, down from .323 last night. He does have 5 triples on the season, up there in the Pioneer League leaders. He went 0 for 3 in the game last night. He was hit by a pitch and a couple walks. Here's his 1-2 grounder to Trumbo, chops up into his glove, tags the base, out number 3. That ends the top of the 3rd inning. Owlz still leading 1-0. Come on back.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Owls are leading 1-0. Still pitching out there for the Mustangs, Logan Ondrusek. He'll be facing bottom of the lineup with Martin Maldonado, the catcher. This is Maldonado's first at-bat as an Orem Owl. First pitch, high fastball, he fouls back, making a connection, 0-1 count to Maldonado. No outs, no runners on.
And Maldonado, well, we've got 3 catchers on the Owls team.
Right.
And the Mustangs have seen all 3 of them now.
Right.
Whitkey caught one of the games of the doubleheader. Brett Martinez has been the other 2 games, and now Maldonado here in the 4th game of the series.
The 0-1 pitch is a high inside fastball. He ducks back for ball 1. 1-1 count now to Maldonado. No outs, no runners on base. Maldonado batting 0. No RBIs, no home runs, no at-bats. This is his first at-bat. There's the 1-1, fastball inside again, ball 2. 2-1 count for Maldonado.
Well, he bats 0 with us, but with Mesa, where he came from, the Mesa, Arizona Angels, 256 in 27 games, had 22 hits, 20 of those singles.
There's a curve that hits the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 count now for Maldonado. He's from Naguabo, Puerto Rico originally, acquired in the 27th round in 2004 with Mesa. Here's the 2-2, gets a hold of it, grounded to the third base single. That's out in the left field, a single for Martin Maldonado.
He can stay.
Holy cow.
Good hit. That's his
first hit.
21st single on the year. He seems to be kind of like Brad Kuhn, just a singles kind of hitter.
Cool. So now we have a runner on first with no outs. He's batting 1,000.
That's a good point. He's batting
cool,
1,000 for the Owls so far.
I would go back home if I was him. I'd say I'm done with baseball.
Did it. That brings up Stan Charles Smith, the nice batter in the lineup, and Stan Charles has been very good lately.
Man, has he?
He comes into the game batting .271.
Here's his 0-0. It's a high pop fly. It's going fair, but it's underneath it's on top of the right fielder Lewis, and it goes out, but he catches it by the bullpen for out number 1, and Maldonado tags back on first. 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 3rd. We still lead 1-0. Runner on first base. Now batting is Bradley Kuhn, left fielder tonight as well, as he usually is. Kuhn was walked his last at bat.
We'll probably see him trying to put another bunt down. Great guy to put a bunt down because, you know, you can move the runner over and maybe get another runner on because of the speed of Brad Kuhn, how well he's done with his bunting.
Right. Kuhn is batting .306, up from .304 last night. Here's the 0-0, and he does show bunt, but it gets past him on the inside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Kuhn.
Maldonado leading off quite a bit on the bag.
He's not wasting any time out here.
No, I'm surprised that Blumenthal, the catcher for the Mustangs, isn't thrown down there to first trying to pick him off. He's got quite a lead.
All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch to Kuhn. Runner on first, lets it fly, and it drops in with a fastball in the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 count. Kuhn just buckling his knees. 1-1 count now for Kuhn with a runner on first and 1 out. Kuhn played in the game last night. He had a single, went 1 for 4. He does have 13 stolen bases on the season, 15 RBIs and no home runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kuhn, lets it fly, gets a hold of it, fouls it back there. Strike 2, 1-2 count to Kuhn. Kuhn from Willowick, Ohio. Let's see what else I have about this Kuhn guy. I always forget. He went to North High in Eastlake, Ohio. Goes to Treyuca Nazari University studying sports exercise science. Huh. He also played with the Coastal Plains League, the team called the Edenton Steamers.
The Edenton Steamers.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging what the heck am I talking about? Grounder, but it's a double play. Nope. Okay, out at second there. Sorry, let me describe that again. Grounder to the first baseman. He throws to second and gets Maldonado out at second base, but Kuhn arrives on first on a fielder's choice there.
Yeah, I couldn't get the throw to first in time. One of the funny double plays going to the first baseman, and he starts off the thing, so the second baseman has to cover first.
All right, so with 2 outs.
So much to watch out there.
I'm like, swing and a miss. But it was a hit, exactly the opposite of a swing and a miss. So 2 outs, runner on first base. Now batting Heinle Stacia. Here's his 0-0 pitch out, and they keep Kuhn on without a throw. So it's the 1-0 count now for Stacia. 2 outs, runner on first base still.
They can probably only do that twice, and then Kuhn has a very good chance to go after that.
Yeah.
And Kuhn, again, 13 stolen bases on the season. Had 11 successful stolen base attempts before last Friday, got caught twice, hasn't tried since then.
First baseman Langham yelled like a banshee, and the pitcher threw to first base, but a runner's still safe over there, Kuhn. Still the 1-0 count for Stacia.
That same yell for the heads up to the pitcher, kind of a heads up to the base runner, too.
True.
Wait a minute, I should go
What
back.
am I doing? Here's the 1-0 to Stacia. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. Strike 1. 1-1 count, trying to chase that one. Stacia batting .290, up from .284 last night. He went 2 for 3 in the game last night with a single and an RBI. No, just 2 singles.
Yeah, scored a run or 2 also, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Scored 1 run last night.
Right. Here's his 1-1. Way inside.
And a pass ball.
There goes Kuhn to second with plenty of time. He's rounding, almost going to third there, and decides to stop. Here comes the throw to second. Kuhn dives in and is safe, barely. He tried to round second a little bit too much, trying to get over to third. The throw came and kind of scared him, and he jumped back.
Huh. I thought he was moseying his way over to third.
Yeah.
Is the catcher going to get to the ball? Wow.
Interesting.
So runner on second base now. Didn't have to steal it. They gave it to him.
Yeah. 2 outs. Still the 2-1 count now for Stacia. That last one a ball. Got a runner on second. The 2-1 count.
Like to get another run on the board.
Yeah.
1 run might hold up for the rest of the game. Might not, but don't want to test that theory.
Right.
Like to get some security.
There's a 2-1 pitch outside with a fastball. Ball 3. 3-1 count now for Stacia. Stacia grounded into a double play his last at-bat.
Doesn't have that option this time.
No, good. His family is in the audience, like we mentioned.
His mom looks like his sister. Just looks very young. I would not have guessed that was his mom. I would have been like, so one of you is a sister, one is a girlfriend, both of you are sisters. I don't know.
Here's the 3-1 pitch to Stacia. High fastball, ball 4. And Heinle Stacia gets walked in a ball 4. Third walk of the night for pitcher Ondrusek for the Mustangs. So now with 2 outs, the Owls have runners on first and second base as Dallas Morris steps to the plate.
That brings up the guy that you don't want to face when you've got runners on first and second. With runners in scoring position, with runners on base, Dallas Morris hits, had the wrong page there, 304. But with runners in scoring position, 343. That's where he gets his RBIs.
Well, the home run for all your garage door needs is All-Star Garage. All-Star Garage introduces its latest innovation in garage door remodeling, the Virtual Photo, which allows an on-site preview of your new garage door with instant before and after pictures before you make the purchase. All-Star Garage, if we can't fix it, we won't charge you. 763-1114. Another infield meeting on the mound there. So Morris stepping to the plate. He's got a runner on first and second with 2 outs. Owlz still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Morris popped out to second base his last at-bat with a very high pop fly off a high fastball. Morris is batting .320 coming into the game, up from .317 last night. He went 2 for 4 in the game last night with 2 singles and an RBI. He now has 38 RBIs, which puts him up in the Pioneer League leaders.
Waits for his 0-0 pitch.
Checking his runner on second, lets it fly. Another one fouled off over the wall there, strike 1. 0-1 count to Morris. Well, leads the team with home runs as well.
Yes, with 8. One of my favorite players to watch out here. Nice to see him only going one day feeling kind of sick. That was on Saturday, and since then has looked pretty good.
Back in full force, as they say.
Yeah, popped up to second, his first at bat.
Okay.
And here's the 0-1 waiting.
Check this runner. Kuhn back there. There's the 0-1, swing and a miss and a high fastball. Whew, strike 2. 0-2 count to Morris. Still got runners on first and second. And dangerous runners on bases. Stacia on first with his 8 stolen bases.
Yes.
And Kuhn on second with his 13 stolen bases.
Double steal is an option here.
It is. We saw that happen last night and succeed. They were sadly left on base, but it was pretty cool anyway. Pitcher taking his break there, looking back to second. What is that called when he goes into the windup and then stops?
Well,
she changes his mind.
It's called
That's good,
fake and checking his runners.
It's called an unbalk.
Sometimes it is called a balk.
All right. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morris. Lets this one fly. Gets a hold of it. High pop fly out in shallow center field. Underneath it's the second baseman. And same thing as last inning, popping out to the second baseman. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the third. The Owls still lead 1-0. Come on back.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now on the top of the fourth. Owls still lead 1-0. Still pitching out there, Robert Mosebach. He's facing Kenny Lewis, the right fielder. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Outside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count for Lewis. No outs, no runners on base.
Lewis showed bunt. And it was outside, so he pulled back. 1 ball. Here's the 0-1 delivery.
Another high fastball. That's the 1-0 delivery, Chris. I don't want to.
It is the 1-0, and now it's 2-0 to count. Ball 2 there, high fastball. Showing bunt again, though. Lewis struck out looking his last at-bat, or his first at-bat, I should say.
Here's the 2-0. Gets a hold of it. Grounder through the gap in left field by the third baseman, Morris. And that is a single for Kenny Lewis. The second hit on the game for the Mustangs. So now a runner on first with no outs. And stepping to the plate, Miker Sandoval, the third baseman. He struck out swinging his last at-bat. Robert Mosebach so far has struck out 6. And allowed only 2 hits and 1 walk.
Right.
In the game. It is
not bad at all.
In the 4 innings of work.
Could use a double play ball here, but strikeouts work too.
Mosebach looking over at first base there, threatening with the ball. So no outs, runner on first. It's the 0-0 count for Sandoval. He was batting .273 coming into tonight's game. He was 1 for 3 in the game last night with a single. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Sandoval. Lets it fly. Swing and a miss on a slider going outside and low. That is strike one. 0-1 count to Sandoval.
I think Sandoval was expecting the fastball way out in front of that.
Lost his
Stretching, couldn't make it.
Sandoval's from Vargas, Venezuela. Acquired as a free agent this year in the draft. Last played with the Gulf Coast League Reds. Again, the Billings Mustangs are the minor league affiliate team of the Cincinnati Reds. Do you happen to know any of the other teams in their organization?
I don't, actually.
I haven't heard any other ones. There's the 0-1. Wow, a slapper out in the right center field. Bounces right in the gap between Hughes and Smith.
That's going to be a double.
There goes Lewis to third.
Lewis is coming home.
And there goes Sandoval to third. It's a triple for Sandoval and an RBI, bringing in Kenny Lewis for the run scored. And now the score is tied 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. A triple RBI for Michael Sandoval. That is his first triple on the season. And now he has 26 RBIs, and the score is tied 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. Runner on third, no outs.
Suddenly, Mosebach is showing a few chinks in the armor. He was great through the first three. He's given up a single and a triple here, and now he's going to face the cleanup batter, J.D. Roberts, another left-handed batter. Struck out his first at bat, but with a runner on third, they've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Sandoval pretty quick. 10 stolen bases on the year.
There's the 0-0. Gets a hold of it, high pop fly over left field, and instead Dallas Morse moves back out of the way for Heinle Statia to grab that one. Hold the runner up on third base.
So that's one out now.
Good. That was J.D. Roberts popping out there to Heinle Statia. So now one out for the Mustangs here in the top of the fourth. Score's tied 1-1. They have a runner on third base. Now batting, the first baseman, Jamie Langham. Langham struck out swinging his last at-bat. Came in the game batting .198, dropping below 200 from last night's .204 average.
He's 1 for 6 with this series. 41 strikeouts and 107 at-bats.
Here's his 0-0. Gets a hold of it, fouled it back. Strike one. 0-1 count for Langham.
There's certainly first pitch swinging here.
Yeah. Langham is from Macon, Georgia. Played with the Gulf Coast League Cincinnati Reds team as well. Acquired in the 27th round in 2004.
27th round.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Checking his runner.
Lets it fly. Outside. Pass ball. Going back to the backstop.
That'll score the run.
Can't get a hold of it fast enough. And what's-his-face? Sandoval scores on that past the ball. So now the Mustangs lead 2-1 here in the top of the fourth. No more runners on base and one out.
And that's why you need the security runs.
Curses.
So the Owls got to get some runs on the board fast to give Mosebach a chance for the win. Right now he'd be in line for the loss.
But they can turn it around, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's now the 1-1, and Langham gets a hold of that one. That one is gone.
Wow.
A 40-foot home run there from Jamie Langham. Solo home run.
That wasn't it's back,
wow.
It's back, it's gone. It was just cracked. It's gone. It's not here anymore.
Good gracious. So Langham now has 4 home runs in the season, and now the Mustangs lead 3-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. One out. No more runners on base. Oh, my gosh.
That'll probably get a little bit of action going in the Owls bullpen.
Looks like Madison getting up and Rafael Cruz.
I figured we would be seeing Cruz tonight. We haven't seen him for a while, but hopefully we can still get through this.
Wow.
Moose having allowed 3 runs this inning so far, top of the fourth.
Now batting is Josh Holden, the left fielder. Holden had a single his last at-bat. He's got one out, no runners on. Here's his 0-0. Inside fastball misses for ball 1. 1-0 count to Holden.
Whew. Some news in the Major League Baseball world. We can go through some of the standings. We'll talk about the Angels here in a second.
There's the 1-0. That fastball hits the inside. Strike one. 1-1 count.
Up top there, there's a battle going on coming down the stretch into the pennant race and whatnot. The Chicago White Sox in the American League have the best record in baseball. There's a broken bat single through first and second base there.
Oh, boy, out in the right field, picked up by Hughes. That's another single for Josh Holden. He's now 2 for 2 on the night, and another hit allowed on Robert Mosebach. Now 5 for the Mustangs. 5 hits here in the top of the fourth. Wow. So with one out, runner on first. Mustangs leading 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. Now batting is Ben Blumenthal, the catcher.
That's the 4th hit in the inning.
Oh, boy.
And he got caught stealing. Josh Holden, who's on first base, got caught stealing his last time out there. And now batting, Ben Blumenthal struck out his first at bat.
It's a fastball outside for ball one. Maldonado throws over to first base. Runner still safe over there. Holden was leading off quite a bit. 1-0 count now for Blumenthal. 1 out, runner on first.
Anyway, so in the American League, the Chicago White Sox winning the Central right now, 74-42. They don't have anybody even close to them. They've got that one pretty much wrapped up.
There's the 1-0, very high pop fly over Heinle Stacia, and he does make the catch in shallow infield there for out number 2. That one was in the air for about 6 years.
So Heinle has gotten both of the pop-ups this inning. That'll bring up second baseman Michael De Jesus, who struck out his last bat.
Interesting. The tides are turning for the Mustangs batters. They have a runner on first and 2 outs. They lead 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. Again, De Jesus batting now.
All right, in the American League East, Boston's on top, 68-48 their record. The Yankees chase them by 3.5. In the West, the Angels are on top, and this is the second best record in the American League, and I believe the third best record in baseball right now, but nobody's really talking about him. Everybody talks about the White Sox and the Braves.
Mosebach throws over to first base, and it's overthrown. Trumbo can't get to it. It's way in the bullpen, and there goes Holden to third base on that overthrown ball.
And this looks a lot like Saturday in the doubleheader with all those overthrown balls and the pickoff moves. So now a runner on third.
That is error number 1 for the Owls, and it's going to Robert Mosebach for his throw to Mark Trumbo. So now with 2 outs, the Mustangs have a runner on third, and De Jesus still at the plate with the 0-0.
I'll talk about Major League Baseball later when I'm happier.
Okay.
All right, so with 2 outs, my theory, and I've said this 1,000 times, probably not the pitching change, but Zeke Zimmerman's going to come out to the mound along with Maldonado, the catcher. My theory is you got to take care of the hitter at the plate. Especially when you had this many overthrown balls the last couple of games, you got to take care of the hitter at the plate with 2 outs. Who cares if the guy steals second? You got a strikeout pitcher on the mound. Roger Clemens.
There's 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, if you guys out there are Roger Clemens fans, I think the Albano family would be because of his many years with the Red Sox. That's the way he does it. He allows a runner on. He doesn't care if the runner gets around to third. He's just going to strike out the rest of the order and get the ground up and whatever else, and just take care of business at the plate. That's what you got to do.
Whew. So now a runner on third and 2 outs. De Jesus still at the plate right now, the second baseman. The conference is done there on the mound. Mosebach staying out there on the mound. All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch to De Jesus. Lets this one fly. It's a fastball, hits the outside corner, strike 1. Nice, perfect pitch there. 0-1 count now to De Jesus. That's a hard last name to say every time.
It is.
Because it's so, what's the word? It doesn't flow. Here's the 0-1, checks his swing on an inside curve, and says that he swung, so strike 2. 0-2 count for De Jesus.
All right, a strikeout would get through this inning and stop the bleeding, and that's what I was saying. They should go after it here. De Jesus with not a lot of strikeouts on the season, but he did strike out his last at bat and got him looking.
That's it. Fastball outside corner. That is out 3 for the Mustangs here in the top of the fourth. They now lead 3-1. Come on back.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, into the blue, by Bei Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
Okay, I have got to know. How do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back. You're listening to Birds of Play. We're going to enter into the bottom of the fourth inning now with the Mustangs leading the Owls 3-1. The Mustangs, still on the mound for the Mustangs is Logan Ondrusek. He's got a bit more confidence now with a little lead. And batting first for the Owls, middle of the order, Mark Trumbo. Following him would be Patrick Riley and Billy Boyer. First pitch, fastball outside corner, strike one.
0-1 count for Trumbo. No outs yet, no runners yet on base. And dirty from his slide into home there.
Yeah, scored the only run for the Owls so far tonight.
The 0-1 is fouled down into the Owls dugout. The Mustangs dugout for strike two. 0-2 count to Trumbo now. My shoe's untied, Chris.
Oh, that's a shame. All right, and pitcher Ondrusek looking in, and here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Lets it fly. Checks his swing for an outside slider hit the dirt. That is ball one. Nice job there by Trumbo holding back. 1-2 count now. No outs, no runners on.
I was going to ask you a question earlier, Joey, and this seems to be a big topic around the sports world. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swing, high, foul ball, and it's out of play. The 1 and 2 still the count. In football, Terrell Owens is not reporting to camp for the Eagles. He reported was disruptive as he promised he would be. He's trying to make a new contract and get more money than what he had originally agreed to play for. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled again, so Trumbo fighting him off.
Still the 1-2.
Well, there are some out there who are making the argument that he's an entertainer, and because a lot of people are saying, but he's being such a bad example. My kids are watching this. It shouldn't be all about the money. Where's the moral leader that we're looking for? There's a check swing called strike three. The Trumbo goes down. Check swinging.
One out now for the Owls in the bottom of the fourth. Mustangs still leading 3-1. No runners on base. Now batting Pat Riley, the designated hitter.
Patrick Riley singled his first at bat and created the situation in which Trumbo could score. So anyways, if he's an entertainer and not a moral leader, you look at him the same way as you look at Michael Jackson or Elizabeth Taylor or some other people that you go, these people aren't exactly on regular planet Earth.
There's the 0-0, swing and a miss, and a fastball, strike one for Riley. 0-1 count, 1 out, no runners on.
How is a professional athlete an entertainer? What are the similarities and what are the differences?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Okay, here's the 0-1 pitch.
The 0-1 pitch to Riley. That is fouled back for strike two. The thing about an entertainer is they wouldn't exist without an audience. Baseball players can play the game without an audience. But since we have an audience here, they become an entertainer. They don't call themselves that. We call them that. There's the 0-2 inside fastball. That is ball one. 1-2 count for Riley. So since we are here watching the game,
when I'm home singing in my mirror, my little heart out, I'm not entertaining anyone.
Correct.
Okay.
So you need both for it to be entertainment.
But both groups need the audience to be entertainers or to be. But that one fouled back, and
that's the tricky thing because these guys don't need the audience to play the game that they do. You can't put on a theater show without an audience. There's no point. There's no one to show it to. But with baseball, it's all in. It's all in.
Okay.
Intro.
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss, slow curve, swings way ahead of it. That is strike three. Another batter struck out there. That's Pat Riley. That was bad.
Not helping out Mosebach here. Now Billy Boyer's going to come to the plate. He has struck out his first at bat.
Boy. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the fourth. Mustangs still leading 3-1. Here's Billy Boyer. No runners on base, 2 outs.
Now, one person tried to make the point that the difference is this is a team, and other entertainers aren't on a team. And then the radio host I was listening to said, no. There's all these producers in the background. There's the rest of the band around, whoever.
True.
That's true, but, they exist to promote Oprah or to promote Michael Jackson.
Gotcha. That one falls in the outside corner with a curveball for strike one. 0-1 count to Boyer. But
those producers themselves don't exactly, you can make the argument. You got all the coaching staff and everything else that teaches these guys how to play, and the office staff that brings the people to the ballpark.
That one, an inside fastball. Boyer barely gets out of the way. First ball one, 1-1 count now.
I think athletes have to play, at least in football, basketball, baseball, soccer, those kinds of sports, they have to play team as a team concept. There's another curveball, falls first strike.
But they have to be business savvy as well, because they all have agents, they all have contracts, and they all have individual stats on the sheet in front of me, you know?
So do the entertainers.
Exactly.
Well, maybe not the stats. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
That last one falling in for curve. That's a strike 3 and a high fastball for Boyer. That is out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs still leading 3-1 coming back.
We'll continue this when we get back.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm so thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini-mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
If the Owlz are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Hey, bird.
My reaction
Yeah,
to this
Chris
song.
had this face like somebody had just punched him in the stomach, or like something bad. We're in the top of the 5th. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Up to bat are the Billings Mustangs, of course. This is Eric Eyman, the shortstop. His first pitch falls inside the zone for strike 1. 0-1 count to Eyman. No outs, no runners on base.
Owlz are letting Moose continue on the mound, pitching his 5th inning after giving up 3 in the top of the 4th.
Yep.
However, they do have Rafael Cruz warming up in the bullpen.
There's the 0-1 to Eyman, outside with a fastball. Ball 1. 1-1 count now. No outs, no runners on. Eyman, batting 174. The Mustangs are leading 3-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Eyman, lets it fly, and fouls it off over the right field wall. Long foul there, strike 2.
Now, here's a different aspect in this entertainer discussion we're having.
Yeah.
There's a fact that I think it's 50 million Americans tune into American Idol.
Wow.
And they get millions of auditioners come out. There's a swing. It's going to go out in the center field. Stancho Smith under it and puts it away for out number 1.
Nice snag there by Stancho Smith, catching it backhanded in center field. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 5th. They still lead 3-1. Now batting back to the top of the lineup with Brandon Roberts.
Okay.
Center fielder.
Now, they draw 50 million every night watching American Idol, and in any given football game during the year draws 20 million in fan viewers. So obviously there's more interest in the other parts of entertainment and not in athletics.
Okay.
The Yankees hold an open tryout. You're not seeing a million people come like you're seeing American Idol.
There's the 0-0. It's a fastball inside for ball 1. 1-0 count for Roberts. 1 out. No runners on base yet. Roberts had a walk his first at bat, then grounded out to first base. Here's his 1-0. Inside fastball just misses. Ball 2. 2-0 count.
Now, seeing that, I think there's more people looking up to Britney Spears, wishing they could be her, rather than those wishing that they could be Randy Johnson or T.O.
There's the 2-0 pitch. It's a grounder to Boyer. He throws the Trumbo. Smooth, messed me up there. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 5th. I was going to say A lot of entertainers go into the entertainment business because they want to be a role model. Same with athletes. They go in because they want to be a role model and show.
Really?
I would think that would be a reason, one of the reasons to do it. I want to be the best, and I want,
now, here's a slight difference. I think entertainers, some of them come in early. You get a Macaulay Culkin that jumps out there, or some teen stars, but some of them will come in quite a bit later and become an older star kind of thing.
Sure.
First pitch, fastball low, ball one.
Now batting is Kenny Lewis. He had a strikeout and a single. He's got the 1-0 count. Here's his pitch. Outside, fastball or curveball, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Lewis. 2 outs, no runners on base yet.
Very few athletes get to be in the limelight past
for too long.
40, 45. True. Very much shorter longevity.
There's a 2-0. It's grounded down foul, bouncing off the plate. Maldonado was quick on that one, getting ready to throw to first.
It would have been an out.
Yeah, that was nice. I'm called foul there. So 2-1 count now for Lewis.
There are 2 outs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Lewis has struck out and singled, scored a run. So I'm trying to think. Elizabeth Taylor's been out of movies for a long, long time, but she still has some kind of a voice in Hollywood.
Right.
People pay attention to her and the weird, outlandish things that she does.
But players do that too, like a Mark McGwire. He's going to be signing autographs for the rest of his life.
Oh, he'll be signing autographs. That's true, but he's still not quite in the same kind of limelight.
I see. There's a 2-1. It hits the dirt inside. The fastball for ball 3. 3-1 count now for Lewis. 2 outs, no runners on.
McGuire's also very recently out of baseball. You get somebody like a Steve Garvey, who I just found out lives up here in Utah. Nobody knows he's here.
3-1 fouled back. 3-2 count now for Lewis.
And he's spent many a good year with the Dodgers, and then the Padres. Got to play in a couple World Series. A great player, but he's not walking down the street having people go, "Oh, that's Steve Garvey. Can I have your autograph?"
True.
The couple players that get to continue in the limelight seem to be more coaches along that line.
Because their longevity. That's 3-2. It's ball 4 on the inside with a fastball. So Kenny Lewis gets walked. The only the second walk on the night for Robert Mosebach. So now a runner on first base with 2 outs, and now batting for the Mustangs, Miker Sandoval, the third baseman. He had a strikeout, and then he had a triple his last at-bat with an RBI.
I've got a great example here. One of the best-known sports names, Bo Jackson.
There's the 0-0.
Long fly ball.
Going foul, and it bounces foul in front of Michael Hughes. So strike 1 for Sandoval.
Okay, Bo Jackson. You've heard of Bo Jackson, right? He's played baseball.
Bo knows everything.
And football, very in the limelight of things. What does Bo Jackson do now?
No idea.
Okay, Charlton Heston had a great number of movies. What does he do? Everybody knows Charlton Heston does the NRA. Mm-hmm. Bo Jackson is a chef now.
Really?
Yes. And I just ran across that a couple months ago in a magazine, kind of a where are they now kind of thing.
The 0-1 is a fastball that hits the outside high corner for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Mosebach. 0-2 count now. 2 outs. Runner on first base. Sandoval at the plate right now. The Mustangs still leading 3-1 here in the top of the 5th.
But I think that's a great example to show how longevity exists more for the other kind of entertainers in music and television and movies.
Runner goes. It's supposed to be a hit and run, but it's strike 3 on a check swing from Miker Sandoval. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 5th. The Mustangs still lead 3-1. Come on back.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. Eat Beto's time.
The Wolverine, or Kula lascus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible, yet For the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
KSRR Provo.
Hey, is this thing on?
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Mustangs are still leading 3-1 over the Owlz. I call this game the tables have turned game because we were 3-1.
The tables have turned, Dr. Jones.
Yes, Dr. Jones. Still pitching out there for the Mustangs is Ondrusek.
Yes, Ondrusek, yeah.
He's facing Michael Hughes right now.
Using a curveball now very effectively.
That one hit the outside, man. Outside. So 0-1 count for Hughes. Hughes struck out looking his last at-bat. He's got no outs, no runners on yet. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball going low and inside. That is strike 2 for Hughes. 0-2 count.
Seems Ondrusek has gotten better with each inning. Last inning he retired the side, fanned the side, strikeout in this inning so far. Looking pretty good. 0-2 count now on Michael Hughes. He's going to face the bottom of the order. After Hughes is Martin Maldonado and Stantrell Smith. There's the 0-2, and it's a dropped strike 3 there on a check swing, and the throw to first base is on time. So 1 out now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the 5th off 3 pitches. Ooh. Now batting for the Orem Owlz is Martin Maldonado, the new catcher. He had a single his last at-bat, his first hit with the Orem Owlz, and his first at-bat with the Orem Owlz. Fantastic job. One of the 2 hits that the Owlz have. That's all they've got on the night so far. 2 hits in the bottom of the 5th. Interesting. So he's got a 1 out, no runners on base. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Maldonado. Lets this one fly. Way inside with the fastball, almost hitting his knees there. Ball 1, 1-0 count to Maldonado. I promise I won't continue this topic the whole night, but what is harder, Joey, becoming a professional athlete or professional entertainer? Athlete. There's a 1-0. It's a chopper right over the pitcher into center field, and another hit on the night for Sandoval. He's now this guy. 2 for 2. That is Maldonado. That was a crazy chopper right up the middle there, bouncing over the pitcher and into center field. Still batting 1,000. Wow. What a crazy guy. Martin Maldonado, the first game here with the Owlz that he's getting to play, and he's 2 for 2 with singles. So a runner on first base now with 1 out, and now batting Stantrell Smith, the center fielder. Stantrell Smith popped out his last at-bat with a hard-hit ball out in the center field. But we'll see what happens here. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Smith. Gets a hold of it, another high pop fly. It's right over the first baseman, Langham. He waits for it and makes the catch for out number 2. Another pop-out for Stantrell Smith. Curses, off a first pitch, too. Yep. So 2 outs now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs still leading 3-1. Now batting Bradley Kuhn. Back to the top of the lineup. Kuhn has reached base twice tonight, once on a walk and once on a fielder's choice. He's batting .306 coming into the game. He has a runner on first and 2 outs. He got stranded out there both times. Yeah. Comes into the game batting .306. Does very well against righties. Kuhn is a left-handed batter. Now, the radio host I was listening to says being an athlete is easier. There's the 0-0. A curveball hits the inside corner, strike 1, 0-1 count. The thing is, I would think an athlete, you're looking for much more specific talent. And with an entertainer, there can be more varied. And you can see a lot of directors, and they can say, I like this about this guy. But every scout's going to see, you bat good. Okay. They're only going to see that. Now, Terrell Owens, you can make the argument, he's one receiver, and there's not really that much difference between a third-best receiver and the ninth-best receiver, so they can go get another guy. That one's fouled off, so 0-2 the count now to Brad Kuhn. Same thing with the pitchers in baseball. You lose a good pitcher, but there's another good pitcher out there to get. There's only one Julia Roberts, or there's only one Robin Williams. But I would argue also there are very few movies created for only one actor. Oftentimes, a part is offered to a different actor who turns it down, and they have to go through a few. But there's the 0-2. Runner goes, and it's fouled off. Hit and run there. Maldonado still on first base. 0-2 count still for Kuhn. 2 outs, runner on first. But a lot of movies are written for an actor. There, I would say 20% these days because of the Will Ferrells and the Okay, that's true. Adam Sandler, but some of them are writing their own movies,
true,
too. So.
But someone would have someone in mind, and if they can't get that person, it would just ruin their whole script. You know what I mean? Because they wrote it like, oh, Adam Sandler's going to say this. It's going to be
obviously.
There's the 0-2. That fouled down there. Another foul ball for Bradley Kuhn. 0-2 is still the count with 2 outs and a runner on first base.
One of my favorite examples of a movie that totally changes, but in a good way. Chevy Chase was the originally offered the part of Forrest Gump.
Really?
Didn't take it. What a different movie that would have been. Yeah, and so they come along with Tom Hanks, wins an Oscar for it.
That's crazy.
Not nearly what the slapstick funny would have been.
Right. There's the 0-2, high fastball outside, ball 1. 1-2 count now for Kuhn. Well, actually,
however, I think you get some teams look at a certain player and say, our team is going to revolve around that player.
Right.
Eli Manning comes into the Giants last year, and they say, we're going to gear our offense around this guy.
There's the 1-2, gets a hold of it, grounder to the second baseman, bounces under the runner. Kuhn is thrown out at first, and that's the third out. That ends the bottom of the fifth. Mustangs still leading 3-1. Come on back, everybody.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, I can give you wings, and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you, too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the sixth inning. The Mustangs are leading 3-1 still, putting up 3 runs in the top of the fourth. And Owlz put up their 1 run way back in the bottom of the first. New pitcher out there for the Orem Owls. That's Rafael Cruz now pitching. Number 45, Rafael Cruz now pitching for the Orem Owls.
I think we've sparked this discussion throughout the whole booth now, and everybody else wants to give us some input on what they think is harder, getting into entertainment or being a professional athlete.
Cruz comes into the game with a record of 1-1. He's got 4.21 ERA on 25 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 14 strikeouts and 2 walks on the season. Cruz now pitching.
And the Owls still trailing 3-1, entering the top of the 6th inning.
Yep.
Starting it off will be Miker Sandoval, who tripled, scored a run, and RBI'd.
His first pitch is a slider that comes inside for ball 1, 1-0 count. Rafael Cruz has a slider that comes around 81 miles an hour. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball, outside corner, strike 1, 1-1 count now.
I'm blowing it here. I missed the walk on Kenny Lewis, I think. Did he walk?
He walked, yes, he did.
Wrapped up in conversation. Not Miker Sandoval. It is J.D. Roberts.
Here's the 1-1, and that one falls outside with a slider for ball 2. 2-1 count now for Roberts. Cruz also has a curveball, comes around 77. His fast is pretty low, 82 to 84, compared to some of the other pitchers on the Owl staff. 2-1, fouled back. 2-2 count now for Roberts.
Cruz comes into this game with no earned runs in his last 3 outings. That's over 9.2 innings pitched. And he has a 2.25 ERA at home in 16 innings pitched. So, good guy to stop the bleeding.
2-2 is fouled back as well. 2-2 count still for Roberts. Cruz is from Veracruz, Mexico.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That is right.
His pitch is sort of a snap of a whip action. His slider comes in to
We'll call it the bull whip.
Calls the bull whip. That's what we call it. There's the 2-2 pitch. and a slapper out in the left center field, getting right between Kuhn and Smith. And there goes Roberts to second base. Here comes
and
the
he's
throw
rounding to third, and he'll stay at second.
Held up by Stacia there, who made a rocket to second base, using him as a cutoff man. Trumbo was covering second there. But a double for J.D. Roberts.
His second double in the series. He is 2 for 8, sorry.
He now has 11 doubles in the entire season.
There we go.
Good gracious.
That'll bring up, I was looking on the board, J.D. Roberts. Jamie Langham, the first baseman, fifth batter in the lineup. He had a solo home run his last at bat, struck out before that. Now he's got no outs and a runner on second.
Wow. Mustangs still leading 3-1 here in the top of the sixth. Langham from Macon, Georgia, struck out swinging, then a home run. The two most opposite things you can get out here in baseball, in my opinion.
Now, I'm going to continue a little bit.
Oh, it's Macon, Georgia.
The 0-0 pitch is fouled off. Fastball. And strike one.
0-1 count now for Langham.
All right. Harder to get into sports or harder to get into entertainment? I think you have to look at it in a couple different ways. Some are, and it's hard one way or hard the other. There are some kids that will never make it in sports. They just don't have the physical attributes, and they can't. And they, as hard as they work at developing them, it's not going to happen for them. They may be looking for a specific type in entertainment, and you become unique. You're able to market yourself. There's a fastball.
Now, when we talk about entertainment, that's the 1-1 count now for Langham. Are we talking about?
I mean, you look at like George Alexander or Jason Alexander.
Are we looking at a star, not just an extra or someone who is a
That's another good question because
the entertainment business is so varied and there's so many options.
In fact, if you look at it just saying you're getting paid for it, like these players made it in baseball, they're getting paid for their work finally. There's a swing and a miss, strike two, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heck, I've been paid for doing the show before.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a professional entertainer. I've made it into the business.
Exactly.
What level are we going in on?
With baseball, there's one level you look at, good or bad.
Yeah.
There's like get in or don't get in. And with entertainment, there's so many other options. There's the 1-2, very high pop fly. Underneath it is Heinley Stacia and Mark Trumbo. Stacia calls for it and makes the catch by the pitcher's mound. Very high pop fly. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the sixth. They still lead 3-1. They have a runner on second, and now batting is Josh Holden, the left fielder. Holden is 2 for 2 in the night.
Couple singles.
Yeah, 2 singles, and he's caught stealing his first at bat.
He is 6 for 9 in the series.
Wow.
Dangerous batter. He'll face Cruz with a runner on second, 1 out.
Is he batting .750 then?
No, 6.66.
Oh, okay. That's how it does it?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's 9.
6 for 9, yeah. And what are you doing? You're itching with the pen?
I think this hat hasn't liked it.
Yeah, Joey.
There's the 0-0 pitch, way outside with a fastball, ball 1. Don't say what hat it is, okay, Chris, on there?
No, definitely not. Okay.
1-0 is the count now for Holden. 1 out, runner on second base. Holden's from Powell, Ohio. Was 1 for 3 in the game last night with a single. Cruz doing a good job out there so far, only allowing this double.
I'm going to make this argument with the entertainment thing we're talking about. First pitch swung on, fouled back, strike 1. No ball, 1 ball, 1 strike now. There was a ball up there. I didn't catch that. Okay. I'm going to say there are more people in the entertainment who don't have talent than there are in professional sports.
I agree with that.
That
totally.
do have talent.
Because you have to have some to even get to this point.
You do.
To Mesa, to get to college, to get to high school, to get to Little League, you got to have something. You got to be able to run and move and throw, you know?
I mean, good grief. There is a long list of talentless entertainers in the industry who made it on something like looks, or they knew somebody or had lots of money.
But how often does that happen in the athletic world as well? When you know family.
Well, some people are overrated. Even if you have family, like it seems to be that those players have a little extra leg up because they have a better education from their father.
There's the 1-1, and it's popped out in the left field, and it goes foul just barely by a foot out there in the left field line. Left fielder Kuhn was underneath it, but didn't have to make the catch, going foul.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still the 1-2 count for Holden. Runner on second base. 1 out.
Trying to think if I can think of anybody. I do think some players are overrated, and that usually comes up in off seasons for sports. But that's where they where they do their contract deals and stuff, and you go, wow, they went after that guy for a free agent? That's interesting.
And you would usually think they'd become overrated after playing for a couple of years for a team, and then they become just a name. And you just hear the name, and you go, oh, yeah, that guy's good. But then you really
Here's the guy. I don't want to offend a whole lot of fans out there, but Derek Lowe pitched a couple good games in the World Series for the Red Sox, was a free agent.
1-2 is your drop strike 3. Maldonado makes the throw to Trumbo just in time for out number 2 out there on first base. So Holden drops strike 3.
Striking out, swinging, yep. That'll bring up catcher Ben Blumenthal, the 7th batter in the lineup. He has popped up to shortstop and struck out in his 2 at-bats.
Got 2 outs and a runner on second. Mustangs still leading 3-1 here in the top of the 6th.
So Derek Lowe pitched for the Red Sox a couple years, had a lackluster season last year, but then got into the World Series, the American League Championship Series, and then the World Series, and pitched a couple of great games.
Sure.
And then the Dodgers went after him and are paying him an exorbitant amount of money.
Oh.
He's supposed to be the staff ace.
There's the 0-0. It's a slider outside and low for ball 1. 1-0 count to Blumenthal.
I want to say his record is 9-10 on the season, maybe 8-11, somewhere around there. So he's not the pitcher they paid for by any means. If you're going to give the kind of money they gave to Derek Lowe, you better be winning more than 15 games in the season.
1-0, swing and a miss, outside curveball. Strike 1, 1-1 count for Blumenthal.
However, I guess actors and actresses, their value goes up and down, and musicians and other entertainment people, television people, they can negotiate for different contracts throughout their careers.
1-1 is fouled up the third base line, and strike 2 for Blumenthal, 1-2 count.
I love that some actors and actresses will get $20 million for a movie, and then you're going, it's not a team sport. Nobody else is getting that much money in the movie. Maybe a couple of them are. I don't know, depending on the movie, depending on the budget. But you try to bring in one big name, 2 big names, a couple of ringers that just have box office appeal, even no matter if they're not good actors or if they are.
There's a 1-2, swing and a miss, and an outside curveball. That is strike 3 and out 3. That ends the top of the 6th. Mustangs still leading 3-1. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, calopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs still leading 3-1. Pitched out there for the Mustangs now is
number. Show your back.
52.
52.
Okay. Let me look at my roster. Now pitching for the Billings Mustangs will be number 52, Johnny Pitch-A-Lot. An old joke. Robert Walkman.
Robert Walkman?
W-A-C-H-M-A-N.
Huh.
Walkman.
Yeah. We'll go Walkman.
Not invented by Sony Vague or
no.
Walkman. Come on.
He's a right-handed pitcher.
Yes.
Have you got some stats on him?
I do. Walkman, I do. 2-1. 6.0 ERA on 36 innings pitched. He's got 41 strikeouts and 12 walks in the season. Wow, not bad at all. He'll be facing, let's see,
Stacia.
Heinley Stacia. Here's the 0-0, goes for bunt, pulls back in time for an inside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count to Stacia, no outs, no runners on base.
Well, at this point, Robert Mosebach will not be in line for a win should the tide change here. He is in line for the loss. He pitched 5 pretty good innings, made some mistakes in the 4th, and that was it. He has no offense to back him up, just 1 run on the board.
That last one falls inside as well. Fastball, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Stacia. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it, cracks it out into right field, and looks like going back in the warning track is right fielder Lewis, but it bounces in the warning track next to him.
Stacia's coming into 3rd.
And here comes the throw in. Stacia's there by a mile.
And it's overthrown. Oh, but the pitcher.
The pitcher was there to back up that overthrown ball.
Walkman is there in the right spot. Otherwise, that would have been a run scored. But a leadoff triple.
Wow.
For Heinley Stacia. That's his 4th on the season.
Off a first pitch there. That's his, what?
His 4th.
His 4th triple?
Yeah, and the Owls have a great chance here. Dallas Morris coming up to the plate. 3rd batter in the lineup. He's popped up twice, both times to 2nd. Statistics would tell us that Dallas will get a hit here. Again, he's never gone consecutive games hitless, nor has he gone 2 games in a 3-game series, hitless, hit, and then hitless. He always gets at least 2 consecutive games with a hit.
There's the 0-1. He tries to check his swing, but an outside curveball catches the corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Morris. No outs. Runner on 3rd base.
His last night game got a couple hits. The game before that, nothing. So statistics would tell us. And we're at that part of the game where we're getting excited, you know.
Right. There's the 0-1. Falls outside with a fastball. Ball 1 for Morris. 1-1 count now.
One last thing in this entertainment and athletics conversation. I think this fits very well because we'll get to this in a second.
1-1. Cracks it out to left field down the 3rd base line. Morris going to 1st. Stacia comes home easily. There goes Morris to second base. And here comes the throw in. Holds him up on 2nd. That's a double for Dallas Morris.
19th?
He now has 19 doubles on the season.
And 39 RBIs.
Wow. Bringing in Heinley Stacia for the run scored.
What a job. All right.
The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 6th. We have a runner on 2nd with no outs. And Trumbo steps to the plate. For Dallas Morris, he now has 39 RBIs, 19 doubles. He's now 2nd place in the Pioneer League leaders for his doubles, trailing Mark Trumbo by 1.
Trumbo comes up to the plate having walked and struck out so far tonight. They're going to have a little conference on the pitchers, man. Okay. Boston Red Sox leading the division in the American League East, streaking, very good record. Last night, Ben Affleck's birthday. The Boston Red Sox had never won 7 years in a row on Ben Affleck's birthday. He's a huge Red Sox fan.
Okay.
Last night, they lost it. In the 9th inning, Curt Schilling, now doing the closing job, and Curt Schilling's an incredible pitcher in the major leagues, and he blew a 2-run lead and let the Tigers win the game on Ben Affleck's birthday. Now 8 years in a row, and they're calling it a new curse for the Red Sox.
Oh, boy. That 0-0 pitch to Trumbo goes outside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. No outs. Runner on 2nd base. We're 1 run away from tying up this game here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0 to Trumbo. Oh, boy. Slider hits the outside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count for Trumbo.
Now, Affleck's one of those characters I really don't care for out there all that much. But, here's the 1-1 pitch.
And a grounder right to the pitcher. He decides to throw to 1st to get Trumbo out over there.
Morris stays at 2nd.
Yeah, so 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 6th. Scores 3-2 in favor of the Mustangs. 1 out, runner on 2nd base. Now batting Pat Riley, the designated hitter.
Riley has singled and then struck out so far tonight. A single here would do wonders if put in the right place. Morris is not a slow guy. He's got 4 stolen bases on the year.
Yeah.
And he's scored 38 runs, 37 runs. I'm finding 38 runs on the season.
Wow.
So he does the job out there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're not looking at this correctly. Maybe it's not too hard to be an entertainer or an athlete. There's a high fly ball over the left fielder's head. He's out onto the warning track and puts it away. Number 2.
Throws it in to hold Morris on 2nd base. Nice hit there by Riley. Way back on the warning track was Holden grabbing that one. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 6th. Mustangs still leading 3-2. Now batting is Billy Boyer, 2nd baseman. He's got a runner on 2nd and 2 outs.
He has struck out so far twice tonight.
Yeah.
And he was working his way out of a slump coming into tonight. Like to see him continue that. It was fun to watch. It's always nicer to see Billy get on base than to not. Maybe the hardest thing is actually being a sports fan and an entertainer like Ben Affleck. Apparently he's having rough times out there in Boston. So
there's the 0-0, swing and a miss on a curveball, slider coming in, strike one, 0-1 count to Boyer.
I wonder how he feels. I haven't seen any of the sports shows this morning to see if he's been interviewed. I know ESPN was
affected by it.
Concentrating on this one. If there's any way that he can...
Is he afflicted by it?
Afflicted.
Oh, gosh. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Boyer. Outside, just missing. Fastball, ball one, 1-1 count.
See some of the other major entertainment names that are huge sports fans. Jack Nicholson.
What's his name?
There's a
Jimmy
Lakers
Fallon.
fan. Jimmy Fallon's a Boston fan.
Pitch.
Mm-hmm. Got Spike Lee.
Right.
Front courtside tickets every year to the Knicks.
There's the 1-1, and Boyer
that hit him on the elbow.
On the elbow with a 86-mile-an-hour fastball. There goes Aaron Wells to see if he's okay. He cringed bad on that one. He's
leaning over and trying to loosen that up, and let you know if he takes his bait here.
All right.
Suddenly our discussion's not funny anymore.
Boyer gets hit in the left elbow. Looks like he's going to take his base. Maybe they'll switch him out later.
Maybe just kind of a stinger. Doesn't look like they're bringing anybody out to take his place, but Boyer's a tough guy.
Wow,
does a lot of slamming into people and whatnot.
Okay, well, he's all right going on base there.
Okay.
Okay, so now runners on first and second with 2 outs. And now batting Michael Hughes, the right fielder. Hughes struck out looking and was thrown out on a drop strike through his last at-bat. And there goes a thing on the mound. What is it called? A meeting. Yeah.
A powwow.
Watch your mouth.
Hey.
SOS Staffing Services is proud to be a sponsor of Orem Owlz Baseball. Is your company looking for top talent? Do you have open positions that must be filled with key players? SOS is Utah County's home team. They specialize in permanent placements in all careers, temp to hire, and temporary employment. They have 25 Utah offices placed to recruit top talent. So the next time your business needs a home run, pick SOS Staffing Services. And Stevens Henniger College offers students of all ages a no-nonsense, fast-track approach to your education. They help you achieve your education and career goals with associate and bachelor's degrees in medical, business, and computer. They offer financial aid and scholarships for high school juniors and seniors. They have work-friendly class schedules, small class sizes, hands-on training, career services. Take a tour of the new Orem campus on Sand Hill Road, 1 block south of the Orem Super Walmart. Call 375-5455 for an appointment. Hours are 8 to 8. That's 375-5455. So here comes Michael Hughes, runner on first and second, 2 outs. Pitcher checking his runner on second base. That's Morris out there. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Hughes, way inside with a curve, ball 1, 1-0 count.
Hughes has struck out twice tonight, but with the change of pitcher, he might find a change of luck out there. The Owls picking up 1 run here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. They need to bring in another run to tie up the game.
Here's a 1-0 pitch to Hughes. Gets a hold of it, fouls it back. Strike 1, 1-1 count now for Hughes.
All right, doing our stretching. You really got to warm up before you do your broadcasting.
It's not just the voice, it's the whole body.
A lot of, we're hopping around up here and doing flailing arm movements.
Juggling.
Wrestling. And a lot. And
I was thinking, I found this cool, hiking trail. I was up there with one of the other guys that works in the PA. Another one fouled off, 1-2 count to Hughes. And we were walking through the woods, and he said, what should we do if we see a bear? And I'm like, I don't know, make noise or something. He's like, should we wrestle it? Because it was you see that all the time, bear wrestling. It's like a...
It's a nice little
sport,
joke. The Beverly Hillbilly movie a couple years ago, she wrestles a bear.
That's right.
There's that commercial where he fights a bear for a salmon.
That's right. Here's the 1-2 to Hughes. Gets a hold of it. Grounder just barely fouled on the third base line. That was a fantastic hit. Just bouncing foul by the third base.
Had that been fair, we would have had a tied ball game.
That would have been crazy.
No. The 1 ball, 2 strikes still to Michael Hughes.
Still 2 outs and a runner on first and second. Boyer on first. Morris on second base.
Ran it out there.
Yeah, Morris has 4 stolen bases on 2 caught stealings. Billy Boyer has 4 stolen bases and 4 caught stealing. Caught stealings?
8 of 10.
Is that like Steely Dan?
Yeah. No, not like Steely Dan at all. But his mother.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hughes. Pitcher checking his runner on second. Lets the 1-2 fly. Another one fouled off over the wall. Still the 1-2 count for Hughes.
He's fighting.
Yeah, he's made connection about 5 times in a row now.
Yep. And he swung the bat, too.
No.
Okay. Yes, he did.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Well, after giving up a leadoff triple and then a double, Walkman is going to stay out there, and they've got done pretty good with the other batters. There's a curveball way outside. Ball 2, 2-2 the count to Hughes. Nobody's up in either bullpen. Of course, Cruz did a good job at relief in his inning in the 6th.
2-2 count now for Hughes. 2 outs, runners on first and second base. Hughes so far, whoever said that, batting .238 coming into the game tonight. Here's a 2-2. Another one fouled back behind us. Still the 2-2 count for Hughes.
What is that, 18 in a row?
Yeah, it's about 30.
Something like that.
Hughes was part of the Provo Angels Pioneer League Championship team last year. Same with Billy Boyer, Anthony Whittington, Casey Mutter, Kelly Shearer. Let me see if I have.
Of course, we don't have Mutter with us anymore. He had been with us for about a week before they moved him off to Iowa.
Rafael Cruz and Brett Martinez.
And there's a pass ball, and Dallas Morris is going to third, and Billy Boyer's on second. Cool. So now an even more doable situation for the Owls. Full count for Michael Hughes.
Still 2 outs, and now runners on second and third.
If they walk him and load the bases, they've got Maldonado coming up, who the Mustangs have not been able to get out tonight. He's 2 for 2 on the season with the Owls, batting 1,000.
Let's see, with runners in scoring position, Michael Hughes is batting 194.
Ooh, that's not
but 8 RBI.
But he has hit it.
There's a 3-2.
Oh, no. He thought it was ball 4 and called strike 3 on a curveball that hits the low corner.
Okay, that's strike 3 and out 3. That ends the bottom of the 6th. The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Mustangs. Still, come on back.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophies. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your yellow pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophies, blue ribbon quality and service.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Design, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the top of the 7th. The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Billings Mustangs. They're up to bat right now with, Michael De Jesus, the second baseman who has struck out twice. Here's his 0-0 pitch, and a fastball hits the inside corner for strike 1, 0-1 count. Rafael Cruz for the Orem Owlz, still pitching out there.
And then I'm going to get back to my baseball items.
Okay.
Again, in the East, American League East, Boston's on top with the Yankees trailing them by 3.5. Chicago White Sox with the best record in baseball, 74-42. There's a grounder back to the pitcher. Cruz bobbles it, but gets it in time. Out number 1.
Well, bobbling that one and making the barehanded toss to Trumbo just in time for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th for the Mustangs. Now batting will be the shortstop, Eric Eyman.
In the American League West, the Angels on top. They've been kind of battling it out with Oakland. A lot of people talking about Oakland possibly having... No, I'm sorry. Cleveland's going to have the easy shot down the road. Oakland took over first place from the Angels last week. I think it was Thursday they grabbed it from them. But since then, got roughed up over the weekend, and the Angels back in first place by 2 games there. In the National League, Atlanta on top by 5.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Iman, and he fouls it off. Strike 1, 0-1 count.
In the National League Central, St. Louis, with the second best record in baseball, 74-44. They're doing a great job. They've got a lot more pitching, so if you make it to the World Series, they'll contend a lot better this year.
There's the 0-1, and it's a chopper to Heinle Stacia. He scoops it up, makes the throw to Trumbo out at first base. Nice play there by Stacia. I don't think I could catch a chopper like that. That is 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 7th. They still lead 3-2. We're back at the top of the lineup with the Mustangs with Brandon Roberts, the center fielder.
I can sing the national anthem, but I don't think I could grab a chopper like that. No,
exactly.
So that proves something. I don't know.
Athletics and entertainment.
In the National League West, the Padres on top, dipped under 500 in their last game, got swept by the Phillies. 58-59 now their record. They're trailing, or they're being trailed by the Arizona Diamondbacks, 3 behind.
There's the 0-0. It's a slow curveball that hits the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count to Roberts.
In the wild card race, Oakland's winning, but the Yankees are just a game and a half behind them. I was really hoping this year the Yankees would miss the playoffs altogether.
There's the 0-1, cracks that one out in the center field. Santro Smith waits for it and grabs out number 3. That ends the top of the 7th. Mustangs still leading only by 1 run, 3-2. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the 7th. A quick last inning. Nice work by Rafael Cruz. It was a pop-out, ground-out, ground-out. The Owls are now up to bat with Martin Maldonado. This guy is impressing us very much so. He's 2 for 2 so far in his first game playing with the Owls. 2 singles in a row. He'll be facing the pitcher, Walkman.
We've got, I'm looking over there, KJ's whispering into Santrell Smith here. Smith will follow Maldonado at the plate. Trying to give him a little extra advice.
Yeah.
So, and there's another batter who's due.
Yeah, totally agree. No outs, no runners on base. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Maldonado. Lets it fly. It's a slow curve way outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Maldonado. Maldonado again with a single and a single. He's still batting 1,000.
What are you batting? 1,000.
Here's his 1-0. Fouls it back there. A slow-moving curve. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Maldonado.
We've been at the park now with the game going for about 2 hours here.
Okay.
Just barely over 2 hours.
Nearly 2 o'clock.
And, it's 2:07 on the clock. Game started at 12:05. They're clipping along here. Low scoring. 3-2 in favor of the Mustangs. Curveball. Ball's for a strike.
That one just coming into this right-handed batter, Maldonado. Sweeping over the plate. 1-2 count now. No outs, still no runners on base. Ready to go. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Maldonado. High, pop fly, going over the third baseman in foul territory. Very high. And it looks like it's going to bounce on the dugout. Oh, it bounces off the wall, which is about 3 inches wide, and bounces into the berm there for Still the 1-2 count to Maldonado.
That's Micah Sandoval, the third baseman for the Mustangs. He might have actually had a play on that.
Yeah.
That was pretty darn close to the field. He could have reached up and grabbed it.
There's cement walls on either side of the dugout.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, yeah, that prevent people from looking in, from balls from going up. But that one hit the top of that thing and bounced up.
Popped right up.
Interesting. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Maldonado. Swing and a miss inside fastball. Strike 3. And,
Finally got him.
His first strikeout of the season. But goes down with in a blaze of glory.
I think that was a fabulous
start here.
Yeah, great introduction to the team, to the fans, and now Stantrell Smith will come to the plate. Stantrell Smith having popped out foul both times.
There's the 0-0, outside corner, the curveball, strike 1, 0-1 count. Smith has been swinging on first pitches, his first 2 at-bats, and popping out with both of those. 1 out, no runners on base. There's the 0-1 pitch to Smith, lets it fly. Gets a hold of it, cracks it out in the left field, just grabbing that hanging curveball.
That's got some distance.
Way back in the
it's off the wall.
There goes Stantrell Smith to second base. Here comes the throw in. Hold him up on second with a stand-up double off a second pitch.
There we go. And
his hit.
I was about to say leadoff double, but no, he was due. We talked about it. It happened. And what a guy to have on the bases.
Yeah.
As he come back to the top of the lineup.
Smith has now 10 doubles on the season.
And we're going to see Brad Kuhn now, the left fielder for the Owls. He has walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and grounded out to second. There's going to be conference on the mound.
All right. Let's see here. Where's my... just when I need it, it's gone. All right. Here we go. When the Owls built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting, let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. And when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July or any holiday by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger locking devices and gun safes. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Are you tired of that old routine, Chris Peterson? Why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports in Provo? They have what you need to re-energize your life. Escape Motorsports has dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs, jet boats, personal watercraft, and generators. They even have zero-down financing available and approved credit. So why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports at 1480 North State in Provo and put some excitement back into your life.
Okay, and we look like they're ready to go now. That was a great...
that was mean. Why? To make me laugh doing a sponsor ad. Okay, 1 out, runner on second.
And you got through it.
I did.
The challenges make you better, Joey.
Here's the 0-0 to Kuhn. It's a slow curveball outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Kuhn. I like saying that, the 0-0.
The 0-0 count?
You rarely get to say it.
Well, just once each batter, unless we're just mumbling and bumbling about something else, or we come in late from the break.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Kuhn. Lets it fly. No, he doesn't. Okay, here it comes. And he bunts it up into the air, pop bunt into the pitcher's glove.
Don't see that
often. Out number 2. That's the first time I've ever seen Kuhn not get a bunt on the ground. Interesting. Okay, so what is that called? Pop out bunt?
Pop up to the pitcher.
Okay. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 7th. The score's 3-2 in favor of the Mustangs. We still have a runner on second with 2 outs, and now batting Heinle Stacia. Stacia had a triple his last at-bat, his 4th of the season, right in front of his mother sitting on the third base line.
Sure, she loves that.
I saw her on her feet, clapping above her head.
Generally, I think the players play better when their families are in the audience.
I've seen that as well.
Not that they're bad players when they're away.
No.
Just, they put that little extra. They take it to the next level, quote unquote.
Here's the 0-0. Inside fastball just misses the inside corner. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Stacia. They put in 110%.
115.
115 at least.
Yeah.
If you can put a number on it. 1-0 count to Stacia. 2 outs. Runner on second base. Pitcher looking at second baseman. They're looking at the second base where Smith is. There's the 1-0, and a curveball falls inside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count now.
Walkman, the pitcher for the Mustangs, using that curveball a lot lately, and very effectively. It's been falling for strikes, and good looping action on it.
I think that's the one he uses the most. He does have 41 strikeouts in the season. Now a couple more. How many more does he have? 1. He now has 42. When did he come in? What batter did he face?
Oh, he faced last inning's batters as well, so he's got 43. Struck out Michael Hughes and then Martin Maldonado this inning. the brain, the wheels are working here in our brains, and it's now 1-2, the count to Stacia.
Yeah, still a runner on second with 2 outs. Again, Stacia came in batting .290, up from .284 last night, which he was 2 for 3 in the game, 2 singles. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Gets a hold of it, slaps it to the second baseman, but he gets thrown out at first base there. That's out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 7th. The Mustangs still lead 3-2. Come on back.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the blue, by Bay Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace, serving all of Utah County. Visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the 8th inning already. It's only about 2:15 out here. And the Mustangs are still leading by one run, 3-2 here in the top of the 8th. Still pitching out there for the Orem Owls, Rafael Cruz. He'll be facing Kenny Lewis, the right fielder, Micah Sandoval, and J.D. Roberts at the very least. So here comes Kenny Lewis. Lewis had a single, a walk, and a strikeout. He's getting the Royal Sampler. He's batting .212 coming into the game.
This is the 2, 3, and 4 batters in the lineup.
There's his 0-0, and he bunts it right to the pitcher, and Rafael Cruz trips and can't get to it, but Morris charges it and gets the out at first base. Maldonado going out to see if Rafael Cruz is okay. It looked like he tripped on the edge of the grass there. That one bunted right towards him.
And he's saying he's fine, no tweaks, no twists.
That's good.
Whew. All right.
Nice play there by Morris, charging that all the way almost to the dirt of the batter's box and making the throw to Trumbo. Beautiful play. 1 out now for the Mustangs here on the top of the 8th. And we're now going to see number 5, Micah Sandoval, third baseman.
Morris shows above average speed at third base, reaching that ball when he had no business doing it.
There's the 0-0, swing and a miss inside, strike 1, 0-1 count, a slider.
Yeah, that one, I was very surprised that it wasn't fielded by the pitcher as a catcher first. It was
how did
laid
he get
down
there?
Still very, very close to the batter's circle.
He can teleport. Here's the 0-1 to Sandoval. Gets a hold of it. The grounder to Boyer. Boyer scoops it up, makes the throw to Trumbo.
Not in time.
He tried to toss it with his glove, not taking it into his bare hand, and it was just a bit late there.
Yeah, probably a pitcher, Rafael Cruz, should have gotten to that ball to be able to field it correctly.
Right. I think Boyer didn't know he had to and had to come late.
Well, he was playing closer to the second base bag and on the outfield fringe.
Right.
So he had a long ways to go. It was just a little bloop hit, but an infield single now.
So a runner on first and 1 out. Now batting J.D. Roberts, the designated hitter. And here comes the 0-0 pitch to Roberts. Cruz lets it fly. It's a fastball, hits the outside corner, strike 1, 0-1 count to Roberts. Runner on first and 1 out. Roberts so far has struck out, pop out, and had a double tonight, his 11th on the season. He's batting .277 coming into the game. He leads his team with 5 home runs. Cruz throwing over to first base. Runner still safe. 0-1 count to Roberts, 1 out.
And Roberts is 2 for 8 in the series here against the Owls.
Okay.
A couple of doubles. Both of those are doubles, yeah.
In the doubleheader?
In the double, 1 double in the doubleheader.
And 1 today.
And then 1 today.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it over the left field wall there. Well, bounces over by the bullpen of the Owls. So strike 2. 0-2 count to Roberts. The sun going behind clouds out here at the home of the Owls Stadium. It never has gotten too sunny. Kind of overcast now just from the cloud movement. No wind. The wind has completely died. It's very nice outside, though.
It's actually a pretty decent day. I was worried that it was going to be one of those 117 million degree days.
And then rain.
And then rain.
Like suddenly turn into Florida out here. Hot rain pouring on your face.
Hurricane winds. I can't imagine how, we know we have a lot of Florida listeners out there. I can't imagine how that is, or East Coast in general.
Right, I have no idea.
Hurricanes.
And just a snowstorm in general, or tornadoes. We're lucky out here in the West Coast.
You know, I wonder, I think there's probably the people back east going, well, how do you guys live with your earthquakes?
And we just don't think about it.
Yeah, not at all.
It doesn't affect us as much as, well, it does some people like in Northridge and San Francisco. But there's the 1-2.
There's a high fly ball.
Underneath it is Hughes in right field, and he gets underneath and makes a snag way back in the warning track. Nice catch there, and runner holds up on first base. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 8th. They still lead 3-2 and have a runner on first base. Now batting Jamie Langham, the first baseman. Langham so far tonight struck out swinging, had a home run, and then popped out his last at-bat.
And he is 2 for 8 on the series as well.
Okay.
A home run and an I don't know.
The first probably had a single, I would guess.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of singles out there.
I already threw away the papers of what happened in the doubleheader. I was so angry. Down the toilet. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Hard one to watch.
And a curve hits the inside, but misses ball 1. 1-0 count. That one going in the dirt. 1-0 count to Langham. 2 outs. Runner on first base.
Owlz should be out of this inning by now.
Yeah.
Should have been out of this inning, but no damage done really. No, not getting burned.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it high, pop fly into center field. Santrell Smith getting underneath it and catches that one like a can of corn out there in center field. 3 outs. That ends the top of the 8th. The Mustangs still lead 3-2. Come on back to the bottom after this.
Okay, I have got to know. How do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Mustangs still lead 3-2 over the Orem Owls. And still pitching out there looks like Walkman. Yeah, nope, new pitcher for the old Mustangs. Number 22, Kenny Giersbach.
No, we have seen before.
Did we see him in the first game of the doubleheader?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
really, that's Kenny Giersbach.
So Giersbach now pitching for the Mustangs. He's a right-handed pitcher from Martinsville, Indiana.
I did not expect him.
Giersbach comes in the game with a record now of 3-2, a 4.33 ERA on 27 innings pitched. He's got 19 strikeouts and 9 walks. He'll be facing Dallas Morris, Mark Trumbo, and Patrick Riley. So here's Morris at the plate. He's got the 0-0 count, no outs, no runners on. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of the first pitch, a high pop fly out into center field, and it drops into Robert's glove out in center field for out number 1 off a first pitch. 1 out now for the Owls in the bottom of the 8th. Mustangs still lead 3-2. Now batting Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Trumbo has walked, struck out, and grounded out so far in the game.
Game seems to be just cruising along now.
Yeah.
We are in the bottom of the 8th. Neither team doing that great with their bats tonight. It is a 3-2 game with the Mustangs ahead by 1. Mark Trumbo now batting for the Owls.
Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Watches it go by for an inside fastball. It's ball 1. 1-0 count to Trumbo. Nice plate discipline there. Trumbo. Nice walk.
And Trumbo has contributed tonight. He walked his first at bat and then came home, and he's got possibly a bloop single. Yes, a bloop single out in the center.
Beautiful.
He's on base for the second time tonight.
Drops in front of the center fielder Roberts in shallow center field, and Trumbo's his first real hit on the night.
Yes.
Cool.
That'll bring up Patrick Riley.
So runner on first, 1 out. Patrick Riley stepping to the plate. Mustangs still leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Riley so far tonight has a single. He was caught stealing in a pickle, but allowed Trumbo, like Chris was just saying, to come in to steal home. Then he struck out, then he popped out the center field.
Yeah, we could use another one of those singles here.
Sure.
Maybe another kind of chicanery play there.
A what?
Chicanery, I don't know.
Here's the 0-0. It's a grounder into the right field, and it is a single for Riley.
And
wow.
Trumbo's going to hold up on second.
Perfect hit there. It looked like confused the infielders for the Mustangs because Trumbo was right there running over the hit ball by Riley.
Deception.
Yeah. Good
Match
place to
the
put
ball.
it.
So with 1 out, there's runners on first and second, and now we have Billy Boyer coming to the plate. Boyer got hit by a pitch his last at bat and struck out twice before that. Hasn't seemed to have affected him so far. It kind of hit him on the arm last time.
Right, he seems fine now.
Having a small conference on the mound.
Patrick Riley now on first base is 2 for 4 in the night with 2 singles. He has Trumbo on second base. Riley only has 2 stolen bases. Trumbo has 2 as well. But we've seen them steal what's the word?
Unscrupulously?
No.
Okay. Unabashedly?
No. Like we're not used to seeing it.
Uncoordinatedly?
No. I'll think of it. I'll think of the word.
Unorthodoxly?
No. It's
untraditional?
When you see something, Trumbo, like you see, like me, I don't steal bases a lot.
Unexpectedly?
Kind of. That's close.
I'm getting there. Unsuccessfully? No, they were successful.
Normally, it's like, they don't do
abnormally? And there's even longer.
Let's read it.
They're going to pull Giersbach already, and they're going to bring in
4 pitches.
I think so.
He had
wow.
Trumbo off of his first pitch. Riley off of his first pitch.
Well, that is interesting.
Morris off of his 3 pitches.
Coming into the game now is the masked man. I will just say that because all we want to see is his number.
Why can't I think of that word?
I don't know.
It means like when somebody does something out of the ordinary, they do it unblankily.
Unconventionally?
No. I'll think of it. Okay. In baseball, it takes a line drive straight up the middle to bring the runner home. If your car is having trouble driving a straight line or difficulty bringing you home, contact Jack's Tire and Oil. They specialize in wheel alignment, balancing tires, oil changes, lube jobs, tune-ups, and more. Jack's Tire and Oil. See them on North State in Orem. So a new pitcher out there for the no. No.
Got other people helping us now. The whole booth is, hey. We've got Abe Woody, I believe, number 43.
Close. 43 is Abe Woody, yes. Woody's a right-handed pitcher for the Mustangs. He's from Round Rock, Texas, acquired in the 31st round in 2005. Woody comes into the game with a record of 0-0, a 1.29 ERA on 14 innings pitched. He's got 18 strikeouts, though, and 1 walk.
This is their closer, am I right?
He has 8 saves.
Yep, he's their closer.
Why.
They're going to try to... They need him to get 5 out. Right. We need him to give up a run or 2.
Right. We do have runners on first and second with 1 out. Stepping to the plate now will be Billy Boyer. Boyer has struck out swinging his first 2 at-bats and was hit by a pitch in the elbow his last at-bat. I'm still thinking.
Blank space.
Nothing to talk about.
Something.
I have lots to talk about, but it wouldn't make any sense.
Get lost for that one word you're looking for.
Yeah, it's just freaking me out.
That obnoxious word. Let's see, with the
uncharacteristically, is that it?
Sure, if that'll make you stop.
I think that. Okay. Thanks a lot, Chris, for the sympathy. Jeez, what a jerk. Okay, 1 out for the Owls here in the bottom of the 8th. Mustangs leading 3-2. We have a runner on first and second. Here's Billy Boyer. Boyer came in the game batting .250, up from .244 last night. He was 2 for 4 in the game with 2 singles.
He's 0 for 2 tonight with being hit by a pitch and striking out twice. You already said that. 7 home runs on the season. 1 here would do the trick.
Oh, yeah. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Boyer. It's a slow curve outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. So Trumbo on second represents the tying run. Riley on first represents the go-ahead run.
That's right.
Boyer represents the super run. But what did I call it?
The insurance run.
Super cool run.
The in-your-face run.
There's the 1-0, same place, but this time a slider, ball 2, 2-0 count to Boyer. I would call it the insult to injury run.
Something like that. Kick them all their down run. Rub salt in the wound.
2-0 count to Boyer. 1 out. Runners on first and second base. Pitcher looks in. Checks his runner on second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Grounder up the first base line. That is fair. And here goes Trumbo to third base. Home. Riley to second. Boyer to second.
That's a tied ball game now.
And a RBI double for Billy Boyer, tying up the game, bringing in Mark Trumbo for the run scored.
Attaboy.
Wow, that was a beautiful play there, right up the first base line, a couple inches away from the line there. Billy Boyer now has 11 doubles on the season.
26 RBIs.
26 RBIs. The score is now tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the 8th, and we still have runners on second and third with 1 out. Wow.
And with the 1 out, this presents so many possibilities in the ways the Owls can score. His last at bat, well, actually, Michael Hughes has struck out all 3 at bats.
Yeah, he has. Strange.
If he could get even a sacrifice fly here, that would put the Owls ahead.
Right.
And then we would bring in our closer. Well, we've actually seen Kevin Lynch a couple times. We may bring in somebody else to try to get the save here.
Here's the 0-0 to Hughes. Swing and a miss and a fastball. Strike 1. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Runners on second and third. The score's tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the third. Bottom of the 8th.
Well, I don't know. See, Rafael Cruz has been pitching so well.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if
they let him close
to do the rest of the game. Yeah, they could let him close. He's in line for the win. Should we pick up another run here?
And pitcher Giersbach taking a little break out there.
Woody.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's already Woody.
Yeah.
We've seen. Oh, that's right. We saw Giersbach.
Giersbach threw 4 pitches and was done. Okay, I'm out, guys.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hughes. It's a pitch out.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't know why. Riley was not leading off too much off of third. Boyer's on second.
Rarely will you see a pitch out with runners on first and third. Who steals home these days?
Yeah, well,
very few.
I mean, they saw it today. Maybe they're scared
and try.
But that was because of a pickle. They don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the 1-1 to Hughes. Another pitch out.
Okay, looks like they might be.
It doesn't look like an intentional walk, normal pose, but I guess that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't expect this, especially after they threw the first pitch strike, and Hughes, who has struck out 3 times tonight, and they're going to try to load the bases.
They want the double play ball.
And they want the double play ball, but
it's a good choice. But good luck, guys. Here's the 2-1. But he gets a hold of it. A
grounder through the shortstop.
That scores Patrick Riley. It's a single for Michael Hughes, bringing in Patrick Riley for the run scored. Michael Hughes with the RBI single. He now has 10 RBIs on the season. And we now lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Wow.
That brings up Martin Maldonado. He has singled twice and struck out 1.
Wow.
This is the unexpected now. And we do see Lynch warming up out there. Kevin Lynch is our closer, the sidearm pitcher. And the score is now 4-3. The Owls leading by a run. Should we pick up another run or 2 here? It is a save situation, but, just 1 extra run would be kind of nice.
Okay, runners on the corners, 1 out. Maldonado at the plate right now for the Owls. He has 2 singles and a strikeout so far tonight. Let's see, could you figure out that batting average?
The batting average with 2 singles and a strikeout is .666.
Okay. Here's his 0-0 pitch and grounds it fair up the third base line. There goes Maldonado to first.
And the ball is dropped.
The first baseman drops it.
So bases loaded. Boyer did not go on that. It was deep in the hole.
Yeah, no one thought that was going fair. but it bounced just along the third base line there. I just saw the Batgirl wave to her mom. It was very funny.
And that's an infield single for Maldonado.
Good gracious.
He is batting .750 in his debut.
3 for 4 in the night for Maldonado. Okay. Santrell Smith steps to the plate. He's got 1 out. Bases loaded. Owlz leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And I want to see Woody's stuff. He's only got a 1.29 ERA, is that right?
Right.
And how many hits has he given up? 11, and he's given up 3 here.
Interesting.
I believe. He did not give up the
Double,
single.
single.
Yeah, he's given up 3 hits here.
Here's the 0-0 to Smith. He watches it land on the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1. 0-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded. Santrell Smith at the plate right now. He had a double his last at-bat, his 10th on the season. A double right now would score 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, he could clear the bases.
Here's the 0-1, grounder up the middle, and it gets past all of them, bouncing out of the shortstop's glove.
There's 1 run, and
there goes Boyer. There goes Hughes.
That's 2 more runs on the board for the Owls. It is now 6-3, and an infield single for Santrell Smith. With 2 for 4 tonight.
2 RBIs. Santrell Smith now has 23 RBIs on the season. He brings in Billy Boyer and Michael Hughes for the run scored. So now runners on first and second base with 1 out. And the Owls now lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The rally continues.
And
coming to the plate now is Brad Kuhn. Brad Kuhn is 0 for 2 tonight. He has reached on a walk in a fielder's choice. Other than that, grounded out to second and had that pop-up bunt. With 1 out, we may see him trying to bunt again.
Here's his 0-0, but he watches a curveball come inside for ball 1. 1-0 count, 1 out. Runners now on first and second base. You got Smith on first, Maldonado on second. His 3rd time reaching base tonight. Smith's 2nd time reaching base tonight. Here's the 1-0 to Kuhn. Tries to check his swing, but can't for a fastball. That is strike 1. 1-1 count now for Kuhn.
Okay,
wow, very exciting.
2 pitchers up in both bullpens. I don't know the Mustangs pitchers well. Again, we have Kevin Lynch warming up for the Owls. Next to him, I believe, is DeGergis. Is that right?
I think so, too.
I think it is.
There's the 1-1 fastball inside, ball 2. 2-1 count for Kuhn. This is the most pitches we've seen so far in this inning.
Yeah.
To a batter. Runners still on first and second with 1 out. 2-1 count to Kuhn. All right. Pitcher looking in.
Oh, there's been a lot of hits and a lot of other things this inning, but can't say that there's a high pitch count at all. It's usually been the first or second pitch.
Yeah, true.
There's ball 3 outside.
A curveball there from Woody. 3-1 count now. Woody's Roundup. Come on, join the fun. That was one of the positions when I worked at Disneyland. You had to work a Woody's Roundup show. I never had to do it. I got out somehow. Here's the 3-1 to Kuhn. Swing and a miss on a low fastball. Strike 2. 3-2 count now to Kuhn. It was a show at the Golden Horseshoe Theater. It was like the Woody characters and Toy Story characters dancing around a hoedown thing.
It was one of the required jobs for everybody?
Well, there's like a rotation if you're like a guest control. You're like, oh, you got to work Woody's Roundup today. Or you got to work Phantasmic, or you got to work Animazement. There's the 3-2. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. And Bradley Kuhn strikes out swinging. His first strikeout on the night. And now 2 outs for the Owls here in the bottom of the 8th. We still lead 6-3. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And here comes Heinley Stacia.
Stacia, so far tonight, has grounded into a double play. He walked, then tripled and scored a run. Last at bat, grounded out to second.
Wow. So he gets the run scored for tonight.
Yeah, he was helping.
Yeah, his 4th triple as well on the season. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Stacia. Fouls it back there, strike 1. 0-1 count now for Stacia. You see these fastballs that are coming from Woody, I haven't seen a high fastball in a while.
No, most of them are
They're
down
all very
in the zone.
low.
Yeah.
And they're trying to scoop them like a golf club.
Yeah, all the hits this inning have been on the ground, poking through a hole in the infield somewhere.
Here's the 0-1 to Stacia. Fouls it back into the berm there, into the barbecue area. Oh, on top of the playground.
Lucky the net is there.
What is it? Pacific States Pipe Company?
Oh, I don't know.
Pacific States playground area.
So if you know a company that starts with Pacific States, they probably donated our playground.
They did. 0-2 is the count for Stacia with 2 outs. Still runners on first and second base. Here's his 0-2 pitch. It's a high fastball this time, but it's outside. Ball 1. 1-2 count for Stacia.
Well, I wonder who we're going to see here because we still have both pitchers warming up. DeGeorgis and Lynch. Lynch, the conventional closer, and DeGeorgis has good stuff, but has not closed the game for the Owls yet.
The 1-2 is another fouled one by Stacia. Still the 1-2 count. So they would put Lynch or DeGeorgis in for only 3 outs.
Yeah.
I mean, how many outs do you have to get the save? Is it a full inning? Is it only 1 out, 2 out?
It might, even if they come in to get 1 out in some situations. Depends a little bit on the situation. There's a high fastball.
There's a swing and a miss and a high fastball. That's strike 3 and out 3, leaving runners on base. The Owls now lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Come on back to the top of the 9th after this.
Lynch.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learned an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
1400 K-Star.
You're unbelievable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the top of the 9th inning. The Mustangs are up to bat. The Owls are leading 6-3 now. 4 runs put up in the bottom of the 8th inning thanks to a single, a double, a single, a single, a single.
Yeah.
Wow, RBIs all over the place. And now pitching for the Orem Owls will be Kevin Lynch coming in for the top of the 9th. Kevin Lynch, side-armed right-handed pitcher, coming in for the closing.
I believe we've had a switch at catcher as well, and Brett Martinez is now in the game.
Interesting.
Behind the plate, and he was the one warming up Lynch. This could be an issue of Lynch being the sidearm pitcher, and Maldonado is not used to that.
That's good.
So
good.
Here we have the top of the 9th inning, the last chance for the Mustangs to get on the board.
There's the 0-0. It's a bunt into the air. It bloops in front of the first baseman, Trumbo. Lynch tries to cover the bag but cannot get there in time. So a bunt single there for Josh Holden, who is up at bat for the Mustangs. So runner on first. No outs. Now batting will be Ben Blumenthal, the catcher. Mustangs still leading. Owls now leading 6-3 here in the top of the 9th. Mustangs at bat. They have a runner on first with no outs. Now batting Glenn Blumenthal.
Okay, Ben Blumenthal has struck out twice. Now popped up to shortstop. He is the 7th batter in the order. We've got 7, 8, and 9 coming up now.
His 0-0 pitch is a curveball outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. Kevin Lynch also has a sinker that comes in the high 70s, low 80s. Fastball comes in around 85. His curve low 70s, 73, 72.
Yeah, before disco was hot.
There's the 1-0, and that sinker catches the inside corner. Strike 1, 1-1 count for Blumenthal.
I don't know why I'm thinking of disco right now.
Please don't.
In 70s.
I'm a big fan of disco.
Okay.
It's all about dancing, having fun. There's the 1-1 to Blumenthal. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 2, 1-2 count now.
Lynch comes into this game with a .087 or a 0.87 ERA. Come into 15 innings. He has 20 2/3 innings pitched, 4 saves, given up 9 hits, 10 now.
There's the 1-2. It's a grounder to Stacia. He scoops it up, makes the throw to second, then the throw to first.
The double
play from the Orem Owlz there to Boyer, then to Trumbo. That's the 6-4-3 double play that I like to see. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the ninth. Owlz leading 6-3. Now batting is Michael De Jesus.
It just doesn't flow. And this is the last out for the Mustangs. They're down to 1 out. And the Owlz fans, you can hear them out there, are on their feet. Maybe they're out there. I'm not sure.
Here's the 0-0. Low and outside with a fastball. Ball 1. 1-0 count to De Jesus. 2 outs, no runners on base. It's the last at-bat, or the last chance for the Mustangs this inning to put up any runs. Here's the 1-0. And a slow fastball. It's a slow fastball, I wanted to say, because I saw the loop on it. But it was the kind of sinking fastball coming inside, catching the corner for strike 1. 1-1 count now.
That's a nutty delivery he's got.
Yeah. There's the 1-1. Fastball just misses outside for ball 2.
I wouldn't worry about it. We got a couple yellers up there.
Yeah.
Come on, Blue.
2 outs, no runners on. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Blumenthal. Lets it fly. Oh, boy. Curveball just misses outside and low. Ball 3. 3-1 count now for Blumenthal. I don't want to see. Oh, this is De Jesus. Sorry.
That's right.
De Jesus. I don't want to see any runners on base. That's for sure.
We swept him off of there.
Yeah.
The first one that got on. There's a grounder. Boyer's up with it.
And bobbles it. And runner gets to first base on that. And they're probably going to call it an error on Boyer. That was, that's
yeah.
Error on Billy Boyer there. So De Jesus reaches on an error. And now a runner on first base with 2 outs. Stepping to the plate now, Eric Hyman, the shortstop. Hyman so far has grounded out, popped out, and grounded out. He came in batting 174. He's got 2 outs and a runner on first base.
I think I've only seen the Owls lose 1 game in the ninth, being ahead in the game, and that was in Helena.
That was an awful game in Helena. It was truly hell in a handbasket.
Ooh.
There's the 0-0. That's a slider outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count. I think that was the sinker, actually, from Lynch.
And
does he have a slider?
He uses a sinker and
slow curve.
He does have it's a curve and a sinker.
There we go. Curveball outside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count for Hyman. 2 outs. Runner on first base.
That's right. This is Eric Hyman, the shortstop for the Mustangs, up at bat now.
Here's the 1-1. Tries to check a swing, and he does for ball 2.
Nope.
2-1 count.
Called it a strike.
Oh, cool.
Umpire Ike Boykin says, "You did not want to do it, but you did."
1-2 is the count now for Hyman. We're 1 strike away from winning this game here, 4th game in the 4-game series against the Billings Mustangs. Runner on first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Slapper right over Heinle Stasia's head into left field. And runners hold up on first and second base. So a single for Eric Hyman. Curses. Stop this. Stop it.
Well, they're making it exciting. This game should have been over by now.
No, they're making it torture.
I know. Gosh.
Torture is exciting. That's true.
Exciting torture.
That's the name of my band.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Yeah, well,
we now have the top of the lineup, Brandon Robert, coming to the plate for the Mustangs.
Roberts is 0 for 3. Walk, ground out, pop out. He's got a runner on first and second base. He's got 2 outs. Let's see if any of these runners are dangerous on the bases. Eric Hyman.
I think De Jesus.
Hyman has no stolen bases.
De Jesus has a couple.
De Jesus has 9, yeah. There's the 0-0. It's a grounder to Trumbo. He bobbles it as well. Bases loaded now.
So now another error. Well, no, they don't rule that an error. Yes, they do rule that an error.
On Mark Trumbo for bobbling it.
So with 2 errors and a true single, the Mustangs have bases loaded with 2 outs.
Curses. We're still one out away from winning this game here. The go-ahead run at the plate right now for the Mustangs. I don't even want to think about it.
Kenny Lewis, the batter at the plate, the right fielder, is a lefty. He has 1 home run on the season, 8 RBIs. That's 212 coming into tonight. Swing and a miss on a sinker.
0-1 count for Lewis. 2 outs, bases loaded. Let's see how Lewis does with bases loaded situation. He bats. He's never had a bases loaded situation.
How about runners on?
Runners on base in scoring position, 280.
There's a sinker on the outside corner, catches it. Strike two, no balls, 2 strikes. I think Lynch is just going to go straight after him and do the work himself here. Then let down slightly by his defense.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Lewis. Tries to check his swing, and he does. Wow, that was a...
Boykins was itching to call that a strike 3, but no, ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lewis held the bat into his chest and fell over the base there, the plate. So it's the 1-2 count now for Lewis. 2 outs and still bases loaded.
Lewis, who has 38 strikeouts and 107 at-bats.
1-2 is fouled into the berm, almost hits a tiny baby. 1-2 count still.
That's not funny.
Little kid in the green.
Had it hit the baby, that would not have been funny at all.
He's like 2 years old, and he's just walking. You're supposed to keep your eye on the ball. Didn't you hear the announcement from the PA guy?
Yep.
Gosh, just because you're three.
Especially out on the grass berm, too.
There's the 1-2, a slapper to Heinle Stacia. He decides to throw to Trumbo and gets the out at first base. That's the game. Bam! No more runs scored in. The Owls win it 6-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. Come on back for a post-game wrap-up after this.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's. Faster, fresher, better.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. And it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. What a fantastic series out here against the Billings Mustangs. We end up splitting the series here, winning the Game 3 and Game 4 in the 4-game series. So the win tonight goes to the Orem Owlz. Final score, Orem Owlz 6, Billings Mustangs 3. The Mustangs had 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The Owls with 6 runs on 12 hits with 3 errors. A fantastic game. Ending here in the top of the 9th. 6-3.
Yeah, and the fans who stuck with us on the radio and here at the stadium all through the 9 innings, congratulations, y'all got a treat.
That was a very exciting game.
Yeah, it got up just tight the whole time, and the Owls broke it open in the bottom of the 8th. And the winning pitcher tonight is Rafael Cruz.
Cool.
That improves his record to 2-1. Fortunately, Moose, Robert Mosebach, started the game, did well, but gave up 3 runs in the 4th inning, and other than that, he was nigh on perfect. Losing pitcher tonight is Abe Woody. Drops his record to 0-1. He's the closer for the Mustangs.
Right.
The save goes to Kevin Lynch. It is his 5th on the season.
It was a very close save, too.
That's 2. Kind of like a close shave.
There was bases loaded. There was 2 outs on the board, and he
very easily
got a ground out.
Could have let a run or 2 score there. And the player of the game, there's a couple here that deserve a lot of mention, but I'm going to give it to Stantrell Smith today.
Okay.
Stantrell doubled and singled in his 4 at-bats. He drove in 2 runs to put up the insurance runs for the Owls there in the bottom of the 8th inning. So proud of Stantrell and what he's done out here. He's had a good series against the Mustangs, and that's our player of the game.
I would give the player of the game, too, if I had a choice, to Martin Maldonado.
That was my runner-up.
That's a good runner-up.
Definite honorable mention. He bats .750 for the Owls now.
His first game as an Orem Owl, 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a strikeout. Good gracious.
It's a way to get your teammates to like you right off.
Oh, heck yeah.
Good job.
So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We saw some great stuff tonight. A triple from Heinle Stacia, I believe his 4th triple.
That's right.
On the season. From Dallas Morris, a double. Trumbo had a single. Riley had a single. 2 singles. Boyer with a double. Hughes with a single RBI. Maldonado with 3 singles. Smith with a double and a single. And that's what got the job done out here. And some great pitching out there. So thanks for tuning in. Our next game is not till Thursday. Thursday, let's see.
The team will take a long traveling day tomorrow.
Thursday the 18th will be in Great Falls, Montana, playing the Great Falls White Sox. The game is at 7 o'clock p.m. out in Great Falls. Tomorrow's an off day. You can tune in if you'd like to KSTAR 1400 AM. They have some nice music you can listen to. But thanks for listening out there. These Orem Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home, J&J Services, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsmanswarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, Escape Motorsports, Stephen Tenniger College, and Jack's Tire and Oil. Thanks to all the families and everyone listening around the country and the world. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Reminding you never to leave your wingmen. Have a good night, everyone.
1400 KSTAR.